I'm the best in the world.
What I'd like to have right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Because I was right when I was cool.
Are you ready?
It doesn't matter!
Oh, I said, are you ready?
I'm a sexy beast, baby!
I was up all night.
And I'm
Welcome, everyone. I'm one of your co-hosts on the fastest-growing weekly episodic iTunes podcast, For Life Podcast. I am Cheyenne at Ravishing Jones, joined as always with my co-host
Big Bosch, Boschmania at I Am The Bosch on Twitter, and you can reach us at For Life Podcast on Twitter and www.forlifepodcast.com, Facebook / For Life Podcast. That's Roman numeral 4. Let's just get that all out there right now.
So that's IV.
IV. As my daughter calls it,
And
IV Life.
It's not case sensitive for the smart marks out there.
Yeah. So,
Been an interesting week, I have to say.
2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Are you
But
excited, Cheyenne?
Let me tell you something. I am excited because I got my hotel booked and everything, and even though I for some reason cannot find tickets for them. I don't know if you heard about this. For Access, they announced Ricky Steamboat, Trish, and Mick Foley.
Nice.
For Access. For some reason, I cannot find tickets for them.
And they might just be regular. Are they regular guests or?
No, they were announced. Well, Trish, I mentioned on the show a few weeks back, was a VIP guest.
Okay.
But in terms of Steamboat and Foley, they're none of their tickets.
Because Steamboat was regular guest last year.
Well, I couldn't even find the Trish ticket.
I mean, I know last year I was just like, I think from like January on, like I was working doing security, and all I can think about every day was like, shit, WrestleMania, like 3 months away, 2 months away, like.
Yeah, it's
so I know
kicking in for me now because of
I
all
know
the struggles I've had to go through to finally get to it.
And I mean, it starts kicking in, and I feel like,
Yeah,
I feel like this year the build-up is way better than it was last year.
absolutely,
for Mania.
because it doesn't center around just one match.
Because last year it was just like, it just felt like lazy booking, and it was predictable. Like, okay, we knew.
I mean, not lazy, but we kind of knew some of that card a year going into it.
And I feel like they didn't really put the effort in. I think they just knew, okay, this is going to sell out. It's going to do great because it's in
New York.
In New York,
they were
Jersey.
back home. They knew what they were going to get for their
They
money.
knew people were going to order it, and I feel like we knew Cena was going to go over. We knew The Rock wasn't going to keep the belt. We knew Undertaker was going to be Punk. We knew
Triple H was not.
We knew Triple H wasn't going to retire. No, he had just. He lost at SummerSlam.
Right, we knew Brock was going to get two on Triple H rounds. Excuse me.
And I kind of went in thinking he might retire. I guess considering that Flair and Shawn already did it, so I don't. I mean,
I did not at all for a minute think he was going to retire.
Especially to Brock.
Hell no.
So,
if it was up to him, he would probably retire to Shawn. But we all know that's not going to happen, or maybe who knows. So yeah, it's been an exciting week. I'm definitely excited.
I mean, I feel like just the build-up is a lot better this year.
They know better. It's 30. They can't drop the ball.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, I wish 30 would have been in this area.
Well, to me, there's still no reason why it isn't.
Yeah, I feel like if they should have done. If they wanted to do New Orleans, they could have done New Orleans last year and given us. Okay, it didn't have to be in the Garden this year, but they could have given us MetLife this year.
Yeah.
Or Yankee Stadium.
And I know Yankee Stadium was just an issue with the rent being too nuts.
But, I mean,
I called Yankee Stadium like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
For WrestleMania 30, I called Yankee Stadium as the venue.
Yeah.
But obviously I lost.
So I don't know. I just thought 30 should have been in this area. Okay, yeah. I know the biggest argument was it should be in the Garden, but okay, if you want the stadium, then you should have done it here. I mean, I don't know what the issue was. I know last year the Super Bowl was also in New Orleans, and this year it was in MetLife. I don't know. I don't know if they didn't want to coincide.
I don't see WrestleMania returning to an arena for some time, if ever. To be quite frank with you,
if it didn't return for 30 for the Garden, it's not going to.
Then yeah, but,
I mean, they've already got the next 2 years booked.
Yeah, what is it? Santa Clara next year, and what's after that? Is it
Dallas?
Dallas. Yeah. So, going back into Raw, and real quick for other people traveling out there for WrestleMania like I am, the Stub Hub prices for several notable names have dropped, especially in the last 3 days. I don't know who's keeping track of this, but Hogan, like I keep mentioning to you, was starting at $500 over.
Yeah.
To as high as $11,000 for the $190 VIP access ticket to meet him. it has dropped down to $300 and change.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's dropped down to $300 and change. If it drops to $200, I would probably buy it. Honestly,
Not bad. Yeah,
that's how much it pays regularly anyway. $200.
Exactly.
The Daniel Bryan ticket has dropped down from about $300 and change to $200 and change.
Okay.
Big Show's ticket has stood at $190. In the last 4 days, it has only dropped $2.
Okay.
It just hit 188 this morning. Sheamus has stood at $120.
I guess people are just getting desperate and want to get rid of these tickets.
Flair has dropped. I'm pissed about that because I paid $150 and now it's at $127.
I mean, I guess people buy these tickets when they first go on sale with the hopes of selling them for more because they know the show's going to sell out.
Yeah, of course. But you're getting closer to the date. You want to see a return.
Yeah.
You don't want to have 20 wasted
WrestleMania
Undertaker tickets,
yeah.
you know. But, WWE still makes the money at the end of the day because somebody buys it. But, and what else was there that I noticed? There are only 2 Shawn Michaels tickets left at $500 a pop.
Okay.
Bruno Sammartino went down drastically. He's almost at market value at the $109 mark.
All right.
Which is pretty much what the guy paid for it on StubHub. Cena has not gone down, but Batista has gone down. There's only about 12 or 1,500 tickets left on StubHub. There's tons of general admissions, but in terms of the VIP signings and the platinums, there's not many left.
Yeah.
And there's 8 there when I last checked, and I'm actually going to pull it up now. I don't know if you believe this, because I know when I saw the number, I didn't. There was about 8,000 tickets left for Mania on StubHub. I would not have expected to be $8,000.
There were a lot left when last year.
Yeah, last year there were a lot left, I have to say, but for some reason, I guess because I'm old school and it's WrestleMania 30, I was not expecting that many. 8,656 tickets are available on StubHub.
Wow.
Starting at $27. Do you want to guess how high the highest ticket is?
20,000?
Let's see. I'm gonna go the meter. I'm still using Safari like an asshole. $19,255.
That was close.
Is the highest. $27. The arena map, for whatever reason, does not want to load. Like I said, I'm on Safari like an asshole. So nosebleed tickets will be $27.
It's not bad.
It's a stadium, so it's not like when I try to look up tickets for the Barclays Center and everything had the blocked off symbol on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, nosebleed. I would pay $27 for nosebleed.
Tomorrow's Raw, I know they were like $50 was the cheapest I saw for tomorrow's Raw.
On Ticketmaster?
No, StubHub. Ticketmaster
Really?
was sold out.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because Ticketmaster was empty.
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
I was considering it, but then I was like, no, just save my money.
I don't know. Don't be surprised you get a text from me like you want to go. You know, but
What happened to the hookup from last time? Come on.
Oh, I already called him.
No
He hasn't
chance.
heard anything. He hasn't heard anything. That wasn't my fault. Stop throwing fucking jabs at me. So that $19,000 ticket will apparently get you in Field J.
The fuck is that? That better be front row.
No, I'm telling you, because the map is not, for whatever reason, showing up for me, but, I mean, if you want to close your eyes and visualize, the ring would be the center. Normally, it's A and then B. B would be the hard cam section, for those of you who are not visualizing, like me and Bosch right now.
Yeah.
And then C, D, E would be this, and then F, G, H would be here. That's the way I see it. It's a football, stadium, so I don't know how it's fucking worked.
Yeah.
But normally that's how it goes. Letters A through H are floor seating. And then everything else is numeric.
Okay.
Or in stadium cases, terrace, balcony, mezzanine. There's different wordings and shit like that. But the map for some reason isn't picking up. This is gonna sound sad, but I don't even know where I'm sitting.
How do you not know where you're sitting?
Because my brother did the order, not me.
Okay.
I just gave him my money.
All right.
I do know that I have pretty nice tickets for what I paid.
Okay, that's good.
And I would not fucking sell them for anything in the world. I'm gonna see if I can get a map here of the arena. But,
a friend of mine had
But you guys had floor seats, right?
We were just like towards the back of the floor.
That's still good.
It was still pretty. I mean,
me and Chris were on the floor one time for that Raw, for that Super Show.
Yeah.
Was it Mercedes-Benz, right? Superdome? Seating. Here it is. Okay. And what was your experience for that?
It was a little tough to see at times because we were towards the back of the floor, so everything was pretty level.
Okay.
So that was the only difficult part. I mean, we
Okay.
were directly across from the entrance,
Okay.
so I mean, it wasn't bad. I
Okay.
was able to see pretty good. Um, I mean, it was exciting. It was, I mean, despite the build-up not being as good, I think the excitement for the actual event and
Yeah.
just being there and experiencing it, that's what.
Oh, of course.
the
That's
highlight-
that's what it is.
Pretty
Even when
much.
you get a nosebleed, you're just happy to fucking be there, especially
Yeah.
for a wrestling fan. So Field J
Mm-hmm.
will get you. It is the way that I described. However, judging by this, if it's showing it to me the way I'd be watching on television, Field Section G is the hard cam.
Mm-hmm.
Section G is the hard cam. So Field J
Yeah.
is to the left of the hard cam, the left corner.
Okay.
I do know that I am sitting in the 100 sections. That I do know, so I am either sitting on the floor or one level above. That's what I know. So I'll be in a section similar to yours.
Yeah, my friend has section C.
She is to the right.
Okay.
Is it he or she?
He.
He is to the right, opposite the hard cam. So they've got really good seats. Obviously they have better seats than me. Yeah, I know I'm in the 100 section, so I'm either going to be in a section similar to
I think
you
I was in the 100s.
or this next section up. I think for some reason I'm either in the 110s or the 122s. Looking at this map, one or the other.
Yeah.
I do know that I'm closer to the ramp. I also know that as well. So yeah, that's where Field J will get you for $20,000.
Yeah.
And that is second row of that section. That is just one ticket. So you're gonna be sitting there by yourself for 20 G's
And broke.
and broke as fuck, unless you're like an oil chic or something. The terrace corner 609 is the nosebleed. Yep, that ticket's worth $30. It's the very, very tippy top opposite the hard.
Okay,
cam.
what section did I have? 124.
Oh, but you had it for a different
124.
stadium.
124F. So 124 floor.
Yeah, so you're. Yeah, we're gonna be in the same vicinity of each other,
Yeah.
but just in different arenas. Yeah, so the $27 ticket will get you 609. The $28 ticket gets you Terrace End Zone 633.
I don't know any of these damn football
That's
terms.
literally me neither. That's literally the other side.
Okay.
The exact same section.
On the other side.
The other side. Let's see. Why don't you give me a number? Let's see what that. Give me a number. How much would
price?
How much would you spend? And I'll tell you where you're sitting.
It's like, okay, maybe like what I spent last year, like 350.
350.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, without the fucking decimal, Cheyenne. Okay. So 350 will get you Riser 102.
Oh, that's not bad.
Let's see where it is. Oh, you'll be on the elevated section.
Like right
of-
behind where I was.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. You'll be where the spotlights
Not
go.
not bad considering.
You'll be next to the right spotlight.
If I had the money, I would just go out there and just buy the ticket.
I'm gonna see what 1,000 gets me. Oh wow!
We're doing all the work for you guys.
I know.
If you still want to go to Mania, it's 2 weeks away. I'm thinking of entering Mick Foley's raffle.
The rain one.
Yeah.
He's making a lot of money on that. Well, the charity rather.
He's got like a shitload of prizes. He keeps adding prizes every day.
$1,000 will get you in your friend's section.
Okay. He paid
Field C.
$850.
$1,000 will get you there. Row 13.
Yeah, he's in row 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good market, considering, that's a good deal.
I mean, also, I guess taking into consideration, if I was to go, I would have to travel out there and get hotel and all this other crap.
I mean, right now, round trip, your flight is like less than 300.
Really?
Just under 300. That's what I paid.
Okay.
Because remember, I'm making a pit stop beforehand. I paid less than 300.
That's good.
Excuse me.
All right.
Were you expecting a guess?
I don't know. Okay, I guess, like always, Cheyenne walks away. It's time for me to plug the website, www.forlifepodcast.com. If you go to @forlife on Twitter and Instagram, you can see us there. You can read what we have to say. Also on Facebook /forlifepodcast. So be sure to check us out. And Cheyenne's back.
It was one of our biggest fans. My brother entered the studio. It's one of my biggest fans. And check out my brother on Facebook, DJ Darkness. Like his fan page, and he also live casts on. What do you live cast on when you do the live DJing? Is that on Stitcher? No. On Vidal. You can check him out, DJ Darkness on Vidal.
Also, for those people that don't have the luxury of going to New Orleans like Cheyenne, you can check out the...
You're such a shithead. Go. Where can you check out?
You can go to Mimo Tapas Bar on...
Good plug. Good segue.
735 10th Avenue.
Will Athena Lazo be there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. She contacted him on Twitter asking what's good with his event. I don't know if it was for this event or
that's gonna be fun.
or one of the other events that he promotes, because he also promotes other parties and stuff. But I would assume it might be for this.
Okay.
Mimo Tapas Bar. That's 735 10th Avenue between 49th and 50th Street.
It's
in
a
Manhattan.
nice place to do a lot of wrestling events there.
Yeah.
It's a nice place.
Doors open at 5:30. The show starts at 6. You can make your table reservations. You can contact them at wppvparties@gmail.com, and you can contact Sir Wilkins, and you can make your reservations there. It's free to get in, but it's a $20 minimum, food and drinks, which is not bad.
No, not at all.
Probably
That's
spend
worth
that
it.
anyway.
If you go with friends, that's worth it.
Yeah.
You
Or if
should spend $40 when you go to see Mania with a group of people.
Exactly. I mean, if you were...
No cover, right?
Huh?
No cover.
No cover. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's if you stay home and order food, even if you're watching at home and you stay home and order Domino's or whatever,
Yeah.
you'll probably pay just as much.
And
so.
Domino's is just bread on steroids.
So check it out. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to be there, but if I don't, but you guys can still make it. The guy, really cool guy, so definitely check it out. Mimo's Tapas Bar.
Question: will I be doing a diaries, a WrestleMania 30 trip diaries on the website? Should I do that? Should I bring the laptop out
Sure.
there? Why the hell not? So check out my diaries on the website when I'm out there. What else are we gonna check out for WrestleMania 30? And Fan Access has a couple tickets left for that too. You know, all the platinum guys were 190, so if they drop,
Yeah.
to me that's, you know, if they drop to 200, Taker's not, to me, the only, I honestly see a better chance of me meeting Hogan than Taker.
Probably. Because Taker's more rare than... I mean, Hogan's a lot easier to meet than Taker.
Well, Saturday's the big day. What they got going on is Saturday morning, it's going to open with Hogan and Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Saturday afternoon is The Undertaker and I don't remember. And then Saturday evening is Ric Flair and Sheamus.
Okay.
Also, did you hear that apparently the Hall of Fame may run over 3 hours?
Wow. I mean, I'm definitely gonna check it out on the network.
The Hall of Fame may run over 3 hours. They try to keep it under last year, but it may run.
They
over
also
3
announced
hours.
Mr. T this week.
Yep. Heard
And
about
also
Mr. T. I
Carlos
thought he had a
Colon.
pretty nice video considering that
Yeah.
despite him being involved with the first WrestleMania, he's not really involved with wrestling. You know, he was only in the first 2 Manias plus a Halloween Havoc, which they did not feature. But they made
he
him
was
a
also
nice...
in Hogan's Corner at Bash at the Beach, him and Shaq, right? When Hogan first debuted. in
Yeah, it's
WCW.
him, Shaq, and T. And then for the rematch of Halloween Havoc, he's the ref. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm looking at it now. This is Saturday morning now. So yes. Oh, it's Big Show and Taker
Okay.
for Saturday afternoon. For during Access, it's Flair and Sheamus. And then for Saturday morning, it's Hogan and Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan right now is marketed at $256.19. He was a 109 ticket. No, he was a 190.
Okay.
Hogan was a 190. He is now labeled at $330.90. Big Show is $189. Taker is $566. Big Show was a 109 ticket. Undertaker.
I feel like
was a
since
190.
Undertaker only does one signing a year, people
You know,
are-
honestly, Ric Flair is 132, and he was only $109, and he was a CM Punk replacement. I would pay that. I paid $150 for it on Stub Hub. To me, you're getting a great deal.
yeah.
Sheamus is only $120. I keep telling my brother, like, honestly, I might just buy it if it doesn't move. I'm having more fun with this talking about Raw this week. How many Hogan tickets do you think are left?
I have no idea.
It's less than 1,000.
500?
It's less than that.
300?
233.
Okay.
You want to guess how many Dragon tickets are left?
Is that a big number or a low
No,
number?
233, the same as Hogan.
Okay.
You want to guess how many shows?
Probably more. 400?
204 Big Show tickets are left.
Undertaker? How many Undertakers are left?
Apparently 204.
That's weird.
But yet, if you have it where it shows all three, general admission, taker, and show, there's 204 tickets left.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing it's split up then between the three, if they're all the one block.
Apparently, there's 187 Flair tickets left. Apparently, there's 187 Sheamus tickets left.
So it sounds like it's for that block of time.
Yeah, but not by the... Oh, no, I got it. I'm just looking at the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, let me re-announce this for everybody. As usual, I have to fuck up once on the show. There are 101 Hogan tickets left.
Okay.
There are 29 Daniel Bryan tickets left, and they start at $256.
Okay.
There are 29 Undertaker tickets left, and they start at $566. I expect at least a $100 price drop.
Mm-hmm.
There are only 21 Big Show tickets left.
Okay.
At $190. So for Big Show, you're paying the Undertaker price.
Okay.
Go figure. There are 16 Flair tickets. And 29 Sheamuses.
Mm-hmm.
That's more accurate, obviously. I don't care about Bruno Sammartino, Shawn Michaels, or Rey Mysterio, so I'm not going to say those names. Just announced for the WWE Shop Superstore, on the opening day, Big Show will be there. Booker T will be there Thursday.
Okay.
Fandango and Summer Rae will be there Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Cesaro will be there Saturday morning.
Nice.
Someone else will be there. Wait, did I just say Saturday morning was Cesaro?
Mm-hmm.
So Sunday is Biggie. That's
Okay.
what it is. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. I mean, they're really loading up the signings. I'm just hoping that...
I know last year was Zack Ryder, Santino, JR, Primetime Players,
Yeah,
and Kayla.
I remember. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't go to any of them.
Yeah, I had that right. So Thursday, Booker T is there at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Fandango's there Thursday at 4. Christian is there Friday
Yeah.
at 1. Cesaro's there Friday at 4. I know I forgot somebody. And then Big E will be there Sunday at 11. It's first come, first serve, arrive early, and 300 wristbands will be given out. What I liked about this is what they did for when I went to that NEW event.
Mm-hmm.
You get your wristband, and let's say you're number 50, you can freely walk the store.
Okay.
You don't have to wait in line.
That's good.
So that alone is telling me that, even though I know you mentioned it wasn't the best experience in terms of organization.
Well, I didn't go to any of the store signings.
Well, it's still telling me that access...
My only experience with the store was...
This is right outside. This looks to be right before you get into access.
My experience was, I mean, I went to Access in the like early afternoon from like noon to 4, I think, or something like that.
I'm definitely gonna meet Fandango. Summer Rae, Jules.
So then there was like a little tunnel that goes across to the stadium. So we went there. We got on the line to get in. Then there was a line just to get into the store because we still had like an hour or two to kill.
Okay.
So we were online for close to an hour just to get into the store, and the store was crowded. It was, I mean, we weren't
It's
there for
a
any of the
small
signings.
area of the store.
Yeah.
It's not as large as I expected.
I mean, we checked
to
it out. I
remember your
bought
photos.
Yeah, I bought that Punk and Taker match shirt.
Yeah, that's a good T-shirt though.
Yeah.
That was a good one that you got.
I know, like that week on eBay, people were selling it for $50, and then it was up on the site for like $10.
Yeah.
It went on sale. I couldn't find that Gray Mania hoodie. I wanted it earlier in the week. You remember the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the one you wore all the time during the winter. Yeah.
So that one they didn't have at the store, but I was looking for it, so I ended up just ordering it online that Monday.
Okay.
It was $50, but then they
The
ended up
Mania
dropping it.
stuff goes on sale real fast once Mania's.
And then there was that like leather, like that varsity jacket. It was $250, and then I was like, okay, I'm not paying $250 for it. I mean, they eventually marked it down to like $150, and then I was trying to end, like, even then, like, there was like a sale code, like anything over 60 was like 40% off. So
Right.
I put that, and it brought down the price, but then they didn't have my size.
There was something that I saw.
What
for
else did I?
WrestleMania.
No, I got the Mania piggy bank with all the Mania logos on it.
I just got a new piggy bank. That's why I'm not buying that one.
I also have
The pin set I want every single year, but it's $100, so I gotta wait for
On
it to
eBay?
get marked down. No, this is the new one.
Oh,
For
they made a new
WrestleMania-
one?
for WrestleMania 30.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It's $100. I'm gonna wait till it gets marked down.
Yeah. I also wanted like that plaque with like the Mania attendance, but they don't even have that anymore on the site.
Oh yeah. Where is the? So this year's This one's not a zippered hoodie, but the WrestleMania hooded sweatshirt is 54 right now.
Okay.
The jersey 70. That's normally what it is. The track jacket.
They had
is
a
70.
customized jersey.
Yeah?
At Access.
Yeah.
I was thinking of getting it, but I was like, I don't feel like it was
This
like
may-
$90 though.
This is a little messed up to me. The Road to WrestleMania T-shirt.
And I haven't worn a custom football jersey.
It's
in
been a
years.
few years. The Road to WrestleMania T-shirt is $20, but the WrestleMania 30 shirt is $30. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, the
I
pin
also
set.
did that Hall of Fame shirt with the whole class on it.
Yeah, no Hall of Fame shirt like that has come out yet. That's one
That's
of the last
usually
releases.
no. I mean, mine was just at the Hall of Fame that I bought it,
And
and they had like shirts for each of the inductees. Like I know Frankie bought a Bob Backlund shirt.
the Bruno Sammartino shirt they were still selling because when I went and saw him at the San Gennaro's Feast, they were selling that shirt. That
He was
was
at the
the
San
shirt.
Gennaro's feast.
Yeah, that's where I met him at.
Oh, okay.
I took Matthew, and that was the shirt that he got.
Oh, I didn't know he was at the. I haven't been to the San Gennaro's
The
feast
Sound
in years.
they had him, Snuka, and Bundy this past year.
I didn't know that.
And I didn't go to Snuka and Bundy because I was working, but I want to go to Bundy. Bundy was in a pizza eating contest.
Oh, well, let me know if they're there this year so we can go.
This was the first year wrestlers were there. We can
Yeah,
do it
that's
again.
what I mean. I haven't.
And they're there in the daytime because you know what it's like going at night.
Oh god. I mean, I'll see if it works with my schedule. Was it on the weekend or weekday?
Bruno was on a Sunday.
Okay.
I went right after work. Snuka was there. Snuka and Bundy were there day and night for 2 days,
Okay.
and then Bruno was there the opening Sunday.
I want to meet Bundy since he no-showed at the fucking big event.
Well, we'll see if he's there at the November one. But I'm looking at this pin set right now. It's fantastic. It would look great, now that my bedroom is finished and stuff. It's only $100. I know it'll get
Well,
marked down.
I'll check it out during the break. Cause
I know it'll get marked down, so I'm gonna wait.
Let me just check it out.
Yeah, just move over. You have a headset. You look at it, and it goes like
Ooh,
count.
I
See?
like that one.
This one is better than the one for 20.
Yeah, because I always see the one from $20. $100? Yeah, I'll wait for it to get marked down.
It's gotta go down there.
Or wait for them to have like a
50.
sale. They usually
Yeah.
have like a sale if it's over like $60 or something.
Did you see all the Hogan shit that came out this week?
Nah.
Hogan came out with like 7 T-shirts this week.
Hulk rules. Hulk still rules.
Python Power. My favorite that I am definitely buying at Access. The Rip 'Em T-shirt from No Holds Barred came out.
Nice.
So that came out. They re-released the Python Power. Oh, and then there's Hulk's Rules, and it has the Hulk rules in the back. Train, say your prayers, and it's a checklist. Yeah. The Hulkamania comes.
I'm surprised
home
they didn't
shirt.
do like that Brock Lesnar shirt. Train, prayers.
In red and yellow. That would be cool.
Train,
Of course,
prayers, vitamins, repeat.
I hate when WWE does this. So they re-released the Hulk Rules T-shirt with the Hulk Hogan thing in the back. I'm like, just release the shirt the way it fucking was. Hulk's the Rules shirt. They
No
came out
Hollywood
with.
Hogan shirt?
No, I was surprised. No NWO T-shirts for him.
Like the one that he has, the one that he's wearing in the picture with me and him was like the airbrushed Hogan. I like that.
That's an awesome shirt. I was trying to look for that on Wednesday and I couldn't find it. The original Hulkamania T-shirt that looks like the Incredible Hulk logo actually.
Yeah.
They re-released that. The 1992 Hogan shirt they came out with. They came out with Hulk Hogan onesies for babies, Little Hulkster and Little Monster and stuff like that. And
I feel like they just come up with anything. Like,
and then with Hogan, they can
do they have the
re-release
Hogan
shirts left and right.
garden gnomes? No Hogan garden gnomes.
That would be the ugliest shit ever. A Hogan Garden Gnome. Let's see. Yeah, for 2014 Hall of Fame, they only have the shirts that you already know about. Even the people that listen to our show, they probably know about it, so I'm not going to say what they are. Hot new products. See, so I found this interesting. Cena's got a new T-shirt.
What color is it?
It's the same colors as before, except it's black and the letters are green and pink, and it's "You Can't Stop Me," and the back is even stronger. So does that mean we're not getting a new shirt at Mania?
Probably will.
Because I was like, I'm buying it.
No, this year for Mania. Well, I know when I left Mania, they already had that "Champ is Here" shirt.
They had it out at Access normally. Normally Sunday mornings Access session is when Cena's shirt comes out.
No, but this was the "Champ is Here." The "Champ is Here" with the arrow pointing down.
Oh.
Because they didn't release that until after he won the belt.
I totally forgot that Warriors collection came out this week. WWE is only selling the Signature Sounds DVD for $6.
Yeah. So is Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I know it's supposed to be $10. And then everything else is the stuff that came out last week.
I
Even
might
though
just pick that up just because it's so cheap.
the book I'm probably going to buy when I'm out there. Because it comes out next week anyway.
Doesn't it come with the ticket for me? The access?
If you bought one of the VIP ones, the platinum ones.
Is
So
it
if
Flair
you met-
Platinum?
No, he's just regular VIP.
Okay.
So if you met Hogan, Cena, or Batista, no, Hogan, Cena, or Taker, you
What
would have got
about-
you get the book, The 8x10 and an autograph.
Okay.
That's what it was. But the book you get for free for the $190.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only difference.
Okay.
But yeah, nothing else crazy came out this week, other than like just 80 Hogan shirts.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know this, but the Scooby Doo movie's on Blu-ray.
Yes.
It's only $5 more.
And it was on iTunes like a week
like
or two.
3 days before, right?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
I'll probably check that out with my daughter a little later, and I'll give a recap next week.
Yeah, that'd be that'd be nice. We'll start reviewing wrestling films. So I think after everything we've talked about, it's finally time to talk about Raw.
Well, when we come back,
we
will talk about wrestling.
I saw an hour of Monday Night Raw. I'm excited when we return.
We'll talk about wrestling and not merchandise and tickets.
Yes, we won't have any gratuitous plugs like if you wanted to go to www.forlifepodcast.com
or on @4lifepodcast on Twitter,
or maybe even @4lifepodcast on Instagram,
or even to check out that WrestleMania party at Mimo's Tapas Bar on 10th
You know what
Avenue.
I like doing on Twitter? I like talking to my man Boschmania on Twitter. I like talking to him.
Boschmania?
Or
You mean
is it-
I am the
Oh,
Bosch?
it's I am the Bosch right now. You could talk to either one of
I've
those
always
guys.
been I am the Bosch.
It's I am the Bosch on
And
Twitter if
Ravishing
you want to talk to
Jones.
him, and you could talk to Ravishing Jones or my man Bill Apter.
I come from a quiet family, but some of us are crazy as the Wyatt family. Well, let me not speak for the entire family, because I got brothers in the jungle, cousins on a quest, and some nephews who be banging when they hanging out west. Me, I ended up like Flipper banging Angie on the desk. My family's a mess and we all need counseling, but run the city like we all each councilman. When my accountant spends when a quarter's done, I make you never forgive what your daughter's done. See, my avatar don't come with average bars or average tales, so my finishing moves should be Sister Abigail. Cause you could kiss the game goodbye or use my government name, and I'm explaining why. Cause they my sons, they my juniors, or Dexter the third if I don't come back sooner. Despite what the truth is, the rumors keep going. But the real fans be knowing, so it's like I'm walking with a canteen glowing. Cause finally the sheep gon' follow like Eric Rowan. Cause all my riddles be cray, but I don't talk a riddles like Bray. Rocking in a rocking chair, rocking a fedora with some thoughts to share. Yeah, and what I'm gonna drop this year, I feel like a rocket just dropped in the air. And that's why they scared of the Arthur and the Gucci Parker, cause their gear games compared to Luke Harper's. They coming through in dirty denim, we coming through with 30 women, we coming through with 30 minutes. So make sure the bottles are covered, you know the models will love it. You see my motto, beloved, is I'm back on my fly boy, so follow the buzzards. Yeah,
the buzzards.
I said I'm back on my fly boy, so follow the buzzards.
And we're back, folks. We're gonna talk about some wrestling now.
I'm excited.
All right. Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I mean, I feel like this Mania card is shaping up to be a really good one.
For obvious reasons, I'm going to talk about the opener in the first hour. The opener was fantastic.
I thought it was
started
great.
out with Triple H, recapping, what happened for Occupy Raw and his thoughts about Daniel Bryan, and it led into him saying that he would confront Daniel Bryan at some point in the show,
Man
to man. And then, of course, he was interrupted by Batista, who is this generation's Kevin Nash with his hatred against the Vanilla Midgets. Batista was laying into Triple H. That came out great. Randy Orton came out. First time those three guys in a ring in a long time. So I think...
when Batista first came back.
Oh, that's right. But just that intensity was something totally different than that segment.
Oh, because Batista actually has heat now.
Yeah, plus it was just those three. For that other one, wasn't Steph in the ring or some shit?
Yeah.
Somebody else was in the ring. But, those three kind of undertoning that maybe Triple H could have beat Daniel Bryan for whatever the reason was really, really cool.
And then Triple H just shitting
losing
on
his shit and saying, I'm tired of Hollywood guys coming in and telling me what to do. I'm tired of, third generation
Did you
wrestlers.
catch his jab at Punk in the closing segment? He said something about I guess he was talking about all the punishment he put Bryan through, and he said anybody else would have taken their ball and gone home.
Yes. And then for Triple H, I mean, it's like it's not going to happen. Hopefully.
But at least it gives that kind of like last year where
Triple H goes ahead and says, well, if I win, I'm going to be in the triple threat match. And at the end of the day, everybody's like, oh no, Triple H could possibly win.
He's not.
Yeah, but still, it's Triple H. And we all know how everybody swore up and down that he was burying people in the 2000s. So that was a cool segment.
He's
it was
smart.
a great opener.
He knows what he's doing. I think Triple H has been on fire the last couple weeks.
Oh, he's been on fire for about 3 months, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I feel like he's really peaked now, like the last.
Yeah,
couple
the last
weeks.
3 weeks he's been really just honestly outshining some of the.
I think ever since the whole, like, since it was kind of clear that Punk wasn't coming back and they went really head on with
he's
this feud
really
with
like,
Bryan.
okay, well, gloves are off, and I'm going to do what I do.
And at the end of the day, Bryan's gonna look great because of it.
Exactly.
So I think,
and to me, whatever bad stuff that people say about Triple H on a regular basis, they cannot say after this.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, Daniel Bryan wouldn't be getting what he's getting.
exactly.
Unless we're getting swerved. Then they went with the Usos and the Real Americans in a really good tag match.
Yeah.
I just was surprised that the Usos got their first loss from a team that was just having problems 3 days before.
I feel like we kind of went into Mania thinking, okay, the Real Americans are going to split. Cody and Goldust are going to split. The Shield's going to split, and we're not getting any of them. They're all.
They're all working through their problems.
I mean, at one point it was like, okay, we're getting too many splits, and now we're not getting any splits. I mean, I find it. I know Cesaro and Swagger, that they announced it on SmackDown. It's going to be like a triple threat for the tag titles.
What happened with SmackDown? I'm actually glad you brought this up.
Because I was kind of confused. I read the spoiler, so I was kind of confused.
Kane granted them both.
So what happened with Ryback?
Kane granted both teams, the Real Americans and Ryback, tag title shots.
At Mania?
He never said when they were.
Because I know Ryback's in the Battle Royal.
They have been removed.
I would... See, I mean...
There's an updated list of who's in the Battle Royal following Friday's SmackDown.
I mean, I feel like... I don't agree with that. I think they should stay in the Battle Royal, and
right.
Cody and Goldust should be in that match.
Right. Well, that's what I'm telling you.
You know, like...
He granted them title shots,
but
no date for them was announced.
I feel like Ryback would be better in that Battle Royal since he's a big guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like, why are they getting a tag? They've sucked as a team this whole year. I don't remember the last time they won a match. I feel like it should be the Real Americans, Cody and Goldust, and Usos in a triple threat. I think that would be a much better match.
Yeah, but they're not going that way. A lot of the mid-card stuff is really on the air, and you can tell it's just the fact that we have so many guys we want to put on the show, we just don't know where to put them.
And also now, they've been teasing the Shield breakup for months now.
And now they're faces.
And now they're baby faces, and they're going to... It appears to be they're going to be facing Kane and the Outlaws. Because the Outlaws wanted to work with them.
That's a guaranteed match because the Outlaws did want to work with them before, riding off into the sunset for the rest of the year, obviously. And like I keep telling you, like I kept telling you, you had to have Kane on that card.
Yeah.
He's Kane. So that was a good fit for him. But everything else is just really, really muddled.
And I'm guessing
right
Rowan
now.
and Harper, they're just going to stay in Bray's corner unless they get thrown in the Battle Royal.
The plan for them that I read was they will either be in the Battle Royal and be in the corner, or they will be in some other match.
Kind of like in the Rumble. They were in the Rumble. And
they do want a match for them.
Yeah.
They just don't know if they can get them on.
Then just... I mean, if anything, throw them into the tag team title match.
I don't know. But that's... And then, of course, the moment that stole everything in the tag team match was when Cesaro jumped from the fucking bottom floor and hit the Swiss Def on Jey Uso during a springboard.
Yeah, that was good.
That was just... The dude is a freak of an athlete. He is... Cesaro is going to be a real hard
Can you pull up the list of all the entrants in the Battle
For now,
Royal?
yeah. Hold on. You might want to take over talking because I have to find the recent one. Because it's been changed about 4 times.
I mean, also, I'm really enjoying the build-up for Cena and Wyatt.
Yeah, and I
think
really enjoyed that video package. They showed
checked
it on
out,
the
Eminem
network.
one?
Yeah, they showed it on the network.
Yeah, it's a simple build-up. Like, you got your clean-cut good guy, and you got the evil guy with Wyatt. And I think it's a great build-up. I mean... Who do you see Cena going over? Or you see Wyatt going over in that one?
If Hogan is involved, then I see Cena going over.
I don't see. I mean, they didn't really tease any involvement this week.
Yeah, if Cena's involved, if Hogan is involved, I do see Cena. Going
I
over.
can see. I mean, there's always like that. Even during in the top matches, there's always a heel that goes over in one of the matches.
Right.
And I feel like Taker and Bryan, they're going to be going over in their matches.
I mean, it does benefit Bray Wyatt to go over.
Because I already feel like we're going to see Daniel Bryan win 2 matches. We're gonna see Undertaker beat Brock, so I feel like it's really babyface heavy. We're gonna need like a big heel win on the card, you know?
I feel like if Cena loses
He's not. I mean,
this match, what's gonna happen is they're gonna do like they did last year and say that he was,
or like 2 years ago.
yeah, like it was a rough year and all that stuff. I feel like that's what's gonna happen to him again. Like they're just gonna go and sympathize his ass,
Yeah,
and I don't like that because at the end of the day, he's John Cena.
I feel like. I mean,
He's
at
really at a point.
he's at a point where he's
nothing
untouchable.
can hurt him.
Yeah, he's untouchable at this point.
Nothing can hurt him. He can put over everybody on that card.
Kind of like Jericho. Like,
And that won't hurt him. That might be the only way that crowds will stop being jerks with him is if he puts every single person over.
I feel like guys like Jericho and Shawn, like they reached a point in their career where they didn't have to win every match to be over.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels says all the time, he's like, oh, people get on me for not being the champion a certain amount of times. And I'm like, it wasn't about that for me.
He didn't need it.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that didn't need it. I'm trying to find it because it's already from 3-4 days ago.
Does WWE have a list or?
I honestly don't trust their list.
Okay.
To be honest with you, just for the simple fact that
I guess we can. How many did he have? Like 20 by now?
Yeah, the card is almost filled.
Okay, let's see.
I mean, I am expecting surprise entrance.
Okay, let's go through the list. We have Big Show, Big E, Fandango, Miz, Dolph, Alberto, Cody, Goldust, Titus, Sheamus, Christian, Mysterio, Sandow. That's 13 so far.
Yeah, but you're missing a few. I'm just trying to find it here on the dirt sheets. Because here it is.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you.
Got it. Oh, you see, but this is the one coming out of Raw. There was one after the SmackDown.
What list do you have there?
What I have here is from after Raw.
Okay.
This is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 names. Mark Henry, Big Show, Sheamus, Christian, Titus O'Neil, Damian Sandow, Del Rio, Ziggler, Big E, Fandango, Curtis Axel, Ryback. That is after this Monday's Raw. But there was another one released after SmackDown.
One that had Mysterio on and
SmackDown,
Cody,
because SmackDown added people on it. I think 3MB is in it now.
Yeah, 3MB, they were also announced.
Right.
So I think that brings it up to about 20. I'm guessing, do you think Zack Ryder makes it?
There is almost 20 or 22 people in the match already.
I mean, there's still all Kofi's in it, right?
Kofi is in it.
Okay, and I mean, there's also guys like there's R-Truth,
I'm just
Xavier.
going to do it on WWE.
R-Truth, Xavier Woods, Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder is not.
Darren Young, Brodus Clay.
I don't remember those names.
No, these are names that I'm saying that haven't been announced yet that I would assume should be in it.
I'm honestly Googling it.
Okay. I would do it on mine, but I'm afraid it's going to fuck up what I got going on.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do it on mine. Here it is, 4 days ago.
Okay.
This is from Cage Side Seats. They're pretty.
After the SmackDown tapings.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's from 4 days ago. It has to be.
Yeah.
It was from Cage Side Seats, so they're pretty reliable dirt sheet. I don't use them.
So how many are there?
Oh, okay, because the image told me something totally different from what I was reading. So this is everything right now. I'm going to do the list over. We're missing two notable names. The Miz.
Okay.
Here's the two notable. Goldust, Cody Rhodes.
Because they were announced on SmackDown.
Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Jinder Mahal.
Those 5 are not on that list?
Yep, and now plus Sheamus, Christian, Titus, Show, Sandow, Big E, Ryback, who is listed on Cage Side Seats as the big guy, Curtis Axel, Fandango, Ziggler, Del Rio, and Henry.
Okay.
So that's what? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 15 names, give or take. We're halfway there.
Okay.
But that's everybody right now.
So I'm
and the winner will hold that trophy in their entrance for a year.
Wow. I mean, something like that makes me think it'll be like a Big Show or maybe
I don't think anybody established is winning that. And if anybody established is going to win it, it's the Big Show.
Yeah, that's if they're gonna go that direction. Do you think?
I mean, to me, Big Show.
I keep hearing Rusev's name thrown around a lot.
I can't remember if he was named or not.
I don't think he's been named, but
I know that they wanted him on the Mania card.
Yeah.
They wanted him on the Mania card. I just don't know if he was in that battle.
I mean,
royal.
considering that like Fandango and Big E made their debuts at Mania a year ago.
Yeah. So what happened after that first hour of Raw? Because I only saw the ending.
There
I
was
actually
the-
still haven't even seen. Did Taker come out? Was that this week or last week?
Taker wasn't there.
Right. So I did. So yeah. I didn't
Heyman
see
came
that.
out, and Heyman came out. He showed a video package of
How Taker's
all the guys
time is running out.
all
right?
the guys that
I
Taker's
saw
faced
that
in the
on Main
last couple
Event.
years that took
kicked his
Taker to the
ass.
limit, and then Brock Lesnar destroyed them with an obvious omission in that video of CM Punk,
Right.
which I thought would have been the perfect example because he's the most recent since Taker faced him
And
last
that's
year
who
and Brock
Heyman
faced him
was
at,
with last year.
since Taker faced him last year and Brock faced him at SummerSlam and destroyed him. So I know they included the clip of like Brock breaking Henry's arm and beating up the Big Show.
Mm-hmm.
Even those were from like a fucking decade ago.
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff from the Trunks version of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. So I guess that was the only thing that kind of took away from that video package. But other than that, it was
I
pretty good.
honestly didn't even notice it until you said it.
I noticed it
when
right
I-
away. I
when
was
I-
when he started the promo, I was like, okay, this is interesting. Let's see if they throw Punk in there, and they didn't.
When I saw it Tuesday,
Mhm.
didn't notice it, and here we are now, and
Mm.
you have to say it to me to say it, and I think that's the way WWE wants it. It's
Yeah.
not going to be like that,
I think maybe,
but that's how
yeah.
WWE wants it to be for their fan.
Well, I think also-
because the timetable on Punk coming back isn't even in.
And I think also if they would have thrown him into the video, that would have started a Punk chant.
I think the Punk chants are dead.
But I think seeing him would have been a reminder, and it would have started, even if it lasted a few seconds, it would have triggered that, oh, Punk, let's chant for Punk. Yeah, it is kind of cold. But there was the babyface turn of the Shield.
Was that on Raw or SmackDown?
That was on Raw.
That was on Raw.
Um,
Oh right, Kane came out. They wanted him.
Kane came
they wanted
out.
him to take out Lawler. Yes.
he said that Lawler was behind the whole Occupy Raw. So he called in his former client because remember he was at one time his dentist, and called him into the ring. Had the Shield come out. They were gonna attack Lawler. Then they literally turned face and turned around and faced Kane and kicked his ass. Triple power bomb spear. And I guess on SmackDown they shot the angle with the Outlaws.
With the Outlaws
I didn't get a
involved.
chance to check that out.
I heard it was produced very well.
Okay. I mean, it's just crazy. Like that has to be if you combine their ages, that has to be the second oldest 3-man team ever at Mania.
What's the first?
WrestleMania 25.
Right, of course. Duh. I was like, wait a minute. Bruno hasn't wrestled on a Mania
No, I'm
in
pretty sure.
22
I'm pretty sure
28
that.
years.
I'm sure they reached maybe like close to 150.
Not one.
If they're Billy Gunn is 50.
No, he's fucking not.
Go to Wikipedia. Look it up right now. Billy
No,
Gunn is
he's
50 years
not.
old. He is 50.
He looks amazing.
God, is that smoke? How old is Billy Gunn, Cheyenne?
50 years old.
What is that? I can't hear you.
50 years old.
How old is Kane?
I'm doing Road Dogg now. Hold on. 44. That makes sense to me.
44?
Road Dogg.
Even though I think he looks a lot older than
Kane
Billy.
is like 41, 42.
No, he can't
Holy
be 41.
shit. I was like, Kane is 46.
Okay, the combined age is 140
Wow.
for this team. Let's see.
Versus, let's do, all right.
Let's see how. I guess we'll.
But Piper was 5 years ago, so
we're
whatever
going to
I give
subtract 5 years from everybody's age because they were all from 5 years ago.
You, right. All right, Roddy Piper right now today is 59 years old.
So 54.
Ricky Steamboat right now today is 61 years old.
Plus, that would be
Oh,
56.
Jimmy Snuka's just turned like 70. 70 years old.
Plus 60.
He'll be 71 in May.
175.
Why the hell was he in a ring at 65?
How old was Flair?
59, his last
59?
match.
Okay.
59, fuck you. 50 fucking 9.
So 175 years old was the combined age. of
Tamina's
them.
36.
Tamina's 36. No,
I'm
she's
just
not.
right now. Oh, ooh, big deal. 36.
Okay.
And Google's wrong. Taker just turned 49.
Yeah.
And he came up at 48 on the suggested.
Undertaker's birthday's tomorrow.
You fucking mark.
Huh?
No.
It's the day after my sister's.
So what, he turns 50 or does he turn 49?
And Sean turns 49 in July.
Oh, okay. The whole time I thought he was 49 already. Mm-mm. Not that I care about his age. I'm not like some people.
So we have the second oldest WrestleMania trio of all time. Is there any other 3-man teams?
That were that old that I remember top of my head? No.
Compared to the Shield, that's probably combined like
How
75?
old were the Road Warriors and Ahmed Johnson when they teamed up? I don't fucking know.
I mean, that was probably like 30s.
Nah, man. Hawk and Animal had to be almost 40 when they did that.
Okay, even then, that's 80. Plus, Ahmed was probably in his 30s, so that's like 110.
Yeah, Ahmed was
we're not
like
looking that one up.
30
That's
when that happened,
17 years ago.
Because Ahmed's not 40 yet. Let's see how old Ahmed Johnson is now. Yeah, see, Ahmed Johnson is 43 right now.
43 minus 17, so 26.
Yeah, that's a good age.
So it probably would have been like 100.
Let's see how old.
Come on, like the Road Warrior is probably 40. It's For Life Podcast, folks. This is what we do.
We're going off the crazy.
I don't know what we're on today. We go Stub Hub, merchandise, wrestlers' ages.
Road Warrior Animal was born in...
This is falling off the tracks worse than last night. I don't know.
Road Warrior Animal was born in 1960.
So he's what? 54.
Is it 4? I was going to say 6 for some reason.
So he was in his 30s.
Yeah. So, all right. That's cool. You got a real bad picture of him on Wikipedia. And then, of course, we just got to talk about it before we get into something else that I felt that we have to talk about. The ending segment for Raw. Wow.
I mean, it took...
Powerful.
It was good.
Powerful.
I thought, Triple H's promo was pretty good. He was putting over Bryan. Then when the cops came out, and I realized when they after all that police brutality and when they handcuffed him, I was like, oh, okay, he's gonna grab him and give him a pedigree with the handcuffs on. I was right. Eventually,
yeah.
20 minutes later, after kicking his ass for 20 minutes,
but it was great. And Stephanie was also
good.
Fantastic performance. Bryan saying that she hit like a girl. Mm-hmm. If anybody caught that,
I caught it.
That was just.
That's up there with him spitting at Cena.
And the whole thing was just, and they were working on that shoulder, and I don't think everybody was getting that initially.
Yeah.
But he really carved that shoulder up, man. The shoulder's a hard body part to work on when you're doing
I feel like Bryan's always. I feel like Bryan's been selling his shoulder for like the last year. Like it started from that feud with Orton, and when they first faced it, when Orton was still a babyface.
Yeah, but I felt like
every
Hell in
match
a Cell was when the shoulder thing was a real problem.
But I feel like he's been really I feel like I always see him selling his shoulder, because
it doesn't get brought up much.
I mean, I thought I know that there was that one part. Did you see when he threw him into the apron?
Into the stairs. Well, what did it for me was when he hit him into the announce table, because you just saw his whole collarbone and shit just kind of say hello to you when that shot got hit. But it was an intense segment, and it's just gonna get real cool to see what WWE does in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
it's
I think tomorrow should be a good show. It's gonna be in Brooklyn.
It's gonna be in Brooklyn.
I don't know.
Another crowd. Another nice.
What if I just? I mean, I don't know if I'll pop up there or not. We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow.
Maybe I'll text you and say, "Do you want to go? Yes or no?"
Because the $50 ones was single tickets.
Where was that gonna get you in the top?
Like 200s.
In 200s. Let's see. I'm not gonna mention it on the show. So
we've mentioned every other fucking ticket price on the show.
I got to watch my first successful, to an extent, live streaming of the network, because I usually use it for the on-demand content when I'm on it. So I got to see. I saw a main event.
Yeah.
When the Undertaker came out, I
How
saw
was that segment?
WrestleMania Rewind, and I saw Countdown. Main event overall was a great show. They opened up with the Brotherhood versus the Real Americans. From a production standpoint, the opening match, it was great.
Yeah.
They worked on Goldust, and then Cody made the hot tag.
Did you see that Goldust Fandango match?
No, and I heard he got busted open, right?
Yeah, and I heard he looked. And like
I heard he was upset about it.
Pissed off, yeah.
Yeah, I heard he was upset about that. I don't know why. Maybe because it was PG and he didn't want that to happen. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe something fucking else. Goldust and the Real Americans, as always, they had a great tag match. It was fantastic. Star was over. But the arena was still filling in.
Yeah.
And even though they dimmed the lights, it didn't, so from a production standpoint, there were times where it just, but by the end of that match, the arena was decently filled.
Because people were going there for SmackDown.
The arena was decently filled. They had a great match. The next match was Titus O'Neil and the Big Show. Mm-hmm. They had a pretty good match. Titus looked really, really good. Titus actually got Big Show up for the Spine Buster.
Oh, wow.
That was a really cool spot, and the whole crowd,
Wait, well, better than his segment on Monday.
What happened on Monday?
Monday was St. Patrick's Day, so they had...
Right. Did Sheamus do his thing?
They had, like, a little, like, battle of the Irish. And
Titus is Irish?
I don't
Black
know.
Irish?
I don't know if that was a joke because his last name is O'Neal, and that's like an Irish thing.
Uh-huh.
So he came out with like a little like orange goatee and the fucking Irish hat, and I was like,
That just sounds bad.
yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, stop there. So yeah, and of course, Show ended up.
And then
winning.
Hornswoggle was in Sheamus's corner, and like he threatened. I guess I don't know if it went for like a fallaway slam, but he like threw Hornswoggle over him, and Sheamus caught him. It was horrible.
Sounds honestly terrible. Sounds like ECW booked it. Then the Taker segment.
Yeah.
So everybody's waiting. And just real quick, because I mentioned to Bosch, in terms of like streaming issues, there were a lot of streaming issues, especially during the Goldust, during the Brotherhood.
Well, that's what I'm worried about for Mania.
During the Brotherhood,
which is
Real
why
Americans match,
you should all go to Mimo's Tapas Bar.
Yeah. Bosch gonna be there with a Tino Lazo. There were some streaming issues during the tag match. I found myself a lot of times backing out of the live stream and going back into it.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't buffering fast enough. It even froze my PlayStation at one point.
Yeah.
And then there were some problems during, of course, the Taker segment, particularly during Heyman talking. But Paul Heyman came out, which nobody was expecting. Did a promo, like apologizing and this and that. And then Taker came out, the big entrance, but then he ended up behind Heyman. Instead of coming out to the stage.
Yeah.
So, Taker did the whole, you tell your client with the big demonic voice. And then he just pushed Heyman out of the ring, did the cutthroat. It was a nice segment. It was different because everybody expected Taker to come out and talk.
Well, I think what they're doing, they're putting a lot of big angles and big matches on main event.
Exactly.
Because they want to get the most amount of viewers possible to prepare for Mania.
Right. And they want to see what issues they're going to be facing.
That's pretty much the only reason they're doing this, because nobody's given a shit about main event since they've been on.
Yeah, but that was only my second episode of main event ever seeing, and it was a great show. It was
What
a
was
nice
the first
show.
one last week?
I saw the debut episode.
Okay.
Sheamus and Punk. Champion versus champion.
Did I see that one? How long ago was that?
Was that a year ago already?
A year or two
A
ago?
year and a half, because Punk was a champion, and that was going into Rumble, I think, or going into maybe TLC with Ryback?
No, it had to be after Mania. That's when Sheamus won in 18 seconds.
Oh, so yeah, 2 years ago, right?
What if they do that storyline this year where Triple H calls Stephanie up to the apron, he kisses her, and then Bryan hits him with a flying knee and pins him?
You want to know why they won't do that?
Because it's Triple H.
No, because they just did Ziggler teasing that with AJ last year. But that is nice.
But that would be like, you know how fucking crazy that place would go?
That place would go fucking batshit.
And then Triple H
included.
But then Triple H attacks him and like fucks him up like he did on Monday after the match.
Yeah.
So like then maybe he'll throw himself in the main event, like, oh, it's gonna be a fatal 4-way.
That'd be cool.
Like assuming that they're all gonna jump Bryan and
yeah.
I mean, I had luck with the last storyline I pitched.
You're not as private as I am with your storylines. You're trying to hope that Vince is listening and get a job and then leave me here hanging?
I will still do the show.
Oh,
I would just have to go under a different alias, I guess.
And then I guess I'll just watch in the sidelines, which is a nice review job. Real quick, the cheapest ticket on StubHub for Barclays is $86.
What? Somebody bought the $51
$86 in the section that I was sitting at last year, and I paid $75, and it was a $25 ticket. So you would be paying $10 more than me for that nosebleed seat. $86.
They bought my $51 ticket.
No, what's left is just got... Oh! Plus, it's row 12.
Oh.
At least I was in the first row of the nosebleeds.
I am watching that shit tomorrow.
It's a good section, though. It's a good section, though, 205.
Yeah. I mean, I already spent money on that show that I'm going to on Friday.
There's a nice...
Saved by the Bell show.
They got nice seats for $115 if I had it like that.
I mean, you're already putting enough down for Mania.
I have no money. I'm talking like I have money to go to this. If it's $80, I don't have it. If it was $50, I would have said, fuck it, Bosh, I'll charge it. But, wow, floor seats are
Well, we do have that Ring of Honor. They've been announcing a lot of names for that Ring of Honor show we're going to.
Anybody
in
else
May.
since Liger?
Yeah, the Forever Hooligan, which is Rocky Romero
Yep.
and Alex Kozlov.
Alex Kozlov,
I always confuse him and Rusev's name because it's similar. Alexander Rusev, Alex Kozlov.
Kozlov. Yeah,
They announced Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
oh, he's great.
Yeah.
Carl Anderson is great.
He's partners with Lou Gallows out there in Japan.
You're right.
Fuck, the Bullet Club.
Yep, that's right.
So Frankie requested a Bullet Club shirt.
Yeah.
If they have one, so I'll definitely get one for him. And the Young Bucks, who are
Love the Young Bucks. of
ROH
course.
and IWGP Tag
And
Team Champions.
Pat Buck and Kurt Hawkins opened up the wrestling school today. Creator Pro out on Long Island.
Oh, it's him and...
It's the two of them, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was him and somebody else.
And it's $1,982 for the section 4 of the floor section at the Barclays Center. All that money goes in Jay-Z's pocket. And then of course I saw after main event, which again was a great show. I saw Mania Rewind, which was really cool. And to hear the stories behind those
checked it out.
matches.
I mean, I usually just skip through the match because I've already seen all these matches.
I saw it all. It was great. I'm glad that was the
I was
first
kinda
full one
tired.
I saw.
I was kind of tired, so I was like, let me just skip through the matches and see the story. I thought it was pretty good. Countdown was the double crosses. Probably the first one I've had like a little bit. I don't know. It was just a weird the order that things were in. Like,
Oh, well, I had the problem with the finishers one.
uh-huh.
So this was the one that you were bugged with.
Yeah, like the Matt Hardy turning on Jeff. That was number 4. Considering that neither of them,
That didn't bother me though.
I thought
That didn't bother me.
higher than Owen and Brett.
Yeah,
I don't know.
because Owen and Brett
Okay, they might not.
weren't a team for as long as the Hardy Boys. While the Hardy Boys went their separate ways, other than like a Rumble, that never really happened. That was a big deal. They were
mean, there were
finally
a
going to
few
do
that
that feud.
there were-
My only beef with that feud was that it wasn't for the world title.
I mean, I have a few that I think. Okay, Vince and Austin.
But as a double cross?
Yeah, Austin joining Vince.
Oh, yeah. I told you that I think the reason that wasn't on there is because for whatever reason, creative, Austin, Vince, Jim Ross, the people involved at that time, didn't like that angle. And I still don't know why.
Okay, how about the Mega Powers?
I knew the Mega Powers weren't going to be on there.
Why?
Because I just knew. My top 10 has the Mega Powers.
Okay.
But I knew they weren't putting Mega Powers on there.
Mm-hmm.
When the list came out, I think that was one of the names that I told you about through text messages.
Yeah.
But
What about when he turned heel and turned on Taker? Well, I guess since they already had the barbershop one on there.
when he...
Hit
at
him with the chair.
SummerSlam?
When he hit him with the chair?
That doesn't count. Because that was... On television, that was an accident.
But then after that, when they had the tag.
How about in 02 when Triple H turned on Shawn?
Yeah, that
How
was
about when Triple H turned on Flair?
2 good ones.
How about the Orton one was on there, right?
Even Triple H turning on X-Pac, double crossing DX.
That was on there.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was on there. Christian turning on Edge wasn't on there. The Alliance, Shane and Stephanie turning on Vince wasn't on there.
Or the ECW guys turning on the WWE guys.
Right? I just had one. Foley and Edge joining wasn't on there. Foley on Tommy Dreamer. That was a
Yeah,
big deal
I
because
remember that
he
one.
got his ass beat pretty bad. I have a Taker turn and it's not on me and it's not coming to me right now.
Somebody turning on Taker?
No,
or
Taker turning on someone.
The only turn I remember was when he had JR kiss Vince's ass.
That's the one. That was a big deal. Michaels on Hogan.
That one was a good one.
You know,
Diesel on Shawn. I mean, I'm biased because that was at a house show.
that was a
still.
big deal.
Yeah.
No, because they did that at a house show. Because the first kick at '94 doesn't really count.
Yeah.
That just made Diesel a face. When Sid turned on Michaels, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because Shawn played that well, and he took the fucking jackknife like 8 times. Yeah, but there were some notable. But
They had Heyman turning on Punk, right?
No, it was only in the video packages.
Okay.
Yeah. But a lot of stuff that wasn't on there didn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I knew the Mega Powers were going to be on there. The Mega Powers weren't even featured in the video packages like Punk and Heyman was. How about when when Heyman turned on Brock the first time.
Well, Big Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
Come on.
So what's next week? The bloopers?
Next week is the bloopers one, and they showed some shit that I had never seen before.
I'm guessing Shockmaster is probably going to be
Shockmaster's got it. Shockmaster, knowing them, will be number one.
What are the choices that they had, or do we not remember?
No, I don't remember seeing a list for that, and they obviously didn't announce one, but I'm going to try to check it out right now.
Yeah.
WWE Countdown. Doesn't even show up on the Google suggested, so they might not even have a list.
And then next week's Mania is you said Owen and Brett?
Yeah.
Where did you
next
hear
week's
that one?
It came on right after Rewind.
Oh, I guess I always catch them on demand, so I never see what's going to happen next week.
Next week's WrestleMania Rewind is
Oh, that should be good.
Owen and Brett, and then of course the bloopers one is Countdown.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no list here.
That's weird.
Everything is showing me like old stuff from like Inbox, the list that WWE.com does and shit, YouTube videos. Yeah, nothing.
I mean, I'm assuming Shockmaster is going to be number one.
That's my guess. Like there was a clip where Rey Mysterio was doing pull-ups on a locker and the shelf fell off and he just busted his shit and it's Edge and somebody else looking at him like, did this just fucking happen? And it was during a SmackDown taping.
Yeah.
So
I'm guessing that fan that jumped in front of Batista
that
backstage.
was shown.
Good.
That was shown. That was shown.
Or like that promo where The Rock's glasses fell off and he lost his voice.
Was not shown.
Really?
Where he lost his voice.
Have you seen the
that.
Funniest Moments video?
For what?
It was a home video they released in like 2000. Funniest Moments.
Yeah, I have it in the back.
Okay, yeah, I have
I
that.
have it.
So I'm trying to just remember what was on there.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff that didn't get announced. What else was there that went down this week that we didn't cover? Cranky Vince. How could we not talk about that? We talked about it on text all week. We got to talk about it for the show. So apparently JBL is being accused by the IWC and certain
Well, I know
members
Conan and MSL have been saying it
for a while that it's him. But apparently JBL is the person behind the Cranky Vince account. Your thoughts?
I mean, I know there was a tweet sent out from the same account, like simultaneously. There was the same tweet. Unless whoever was Cranky Vince was just really smart and sent out the same exact text.
To me, it's not JBL.
I mean, unless the person did it, do you think JBL at least knows who it is, or?
No.
I think whoever saw it maybe had perfect timing and saw JBL tweet that and tweeted it right after. I don't know. I didn't.
And apparently, one tweet was sent from a phone and one was sent from a desktop. And apparently, JBL's was the one sent from a phone. And apparently, one of the texts in theory could have been sent while he was on the air.
Yeah.
And only one of those guys, one guy gets the laptop, one guy gets the iPad, and one guy's got the phone. But they don't use them during the show, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or like maybe one of them uses the iPad for notes. Like I could see Cole doing that shit. But I don't think JBL is a Cranky Vince account at all.
I mean,
I don't think it would be him because
especially now that he's working with the company, maybe back then. Or
it's that's been going on for years, including during a time period where JBL was not with the company. The person clearly is very close to Vince, be it in creative or a right-hander.
Yeah.
While JBL is very cool with Vince, I just don't see it to be him.
Yeah.
I just think it's coincidence. Whoever's in charge of the account knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And
I guess they knew about the rumor or that people thought it was JBL, so they probably took advantage of this. Oh, JBL just tweeted right now. Let's send this out real quick, and so it'll look like it was simultaneous. Because even then, that's impossible. Because my phone, I have my personal Twitter and the For Life podcast, and I have to switch between the two. As of now, I don't know of an option to send out a tweet to two different accounts simultaneously.
You would have to have two separate devices.
But I don't know how to do it exactly. But I don't know.
Plus, the IP addresses are going to be different. Yeah. So if you send a tweet from your Bosch account and then switch to For Life, those IP addresses will match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But even then, they would be a few seconds apart. Like.
And the IP address could in fact change.
Yeah.
At least the last four digits. And I got some TNA news also.
What?
I got some TNA news also.
The whole TNA.
Exactly. You're quoting Flair now. TNA apparently is going to run 3 shows in
Oh,
New
yeah,
York
yeah, yeah.
at the
no,
Hammerstein Ballroom, and apparently they can't afford it.
It's 300,000
And apparently that's way crazy.
because they're trying to fucking impress Viacom.
It's not like they're going to sell it out. They barely sold out the other one they did like 3 years ago, and Kevin Nash was on that card. So
Yeah.
4 years ago, not even. Whenever.
I mean, I prefer the fucking show that we're going to.
Yeah.
There we go. Hi.
Yeah, see? And then apparently, something that we totally forgot about. Are you excited for Double J's big announcement the night after WrestleMania in 2 weeks? Tons of stuff going on in New Orleans. Scott Hall.
Yeah, him and Jake
Roberts are going to have a party.
Are you going to that?
It's going to be tough because you're not going to be with people. I would like to go to WrestleCon.
What about JR's show?
JR show is during something.
It's Thursday night.
And that's during Access. That's what it is.
And you're going to Access on Thursday night?
Yeah, on that opening day.
John Pollock from The Law is hosting it.
Yeah, he's hosting it. They're surprise guests. Kevin Nash is doing his usual WrestleMania party for like the 5th year straight.
Yeah.
WrestleCon has tons of events going on. Colt Cabana's doing a live art of wrestling. $5 Wrestling's doing a show. PWS, I think, is doing a show at WrestleCon.
Dragon Gate.
Also,
Ring of Honor.
Speaking of WrestleCon, just announced Sting
Sting has
for
been announced.
WrestleCon. Only 250 tickets will be sold for that, and he's only $100. And that's what I would like to check out. He will also be doing a brief Q&A after. Word on the street is that Sting will, like we mentioned last week, debut immediately following WrestleMania.
I think the night after Mania.
Or at WrestleMania.
I think the night after Mania.
Yeah, I
feel like if he debuts at Mania, it's going to be... What would it be like during Undertaker's celebration after he wins?
I told you what I wanted would be...
Yeah.
Taker wins.
And I think it's going to be...
The lights go out after the big pyro thing.
I think it would be overshadowed...
And then Sting is standing on the stage.
I think it would be overshadowed by Bryan, though, if he does debut at Mania, at least the night after.
No, it's still a shocker. I would do it.
I mean, I think...
It's WrestleMania 30. Book flying midgets. Who cares?
The big surprise has always been the night after Mania. Goldberg.
That's not always true, because when they went with The Rock and when they went with the Miz Cena thing, the big surprise was that Rock and Cena are finally going to wrestle, which everybody knew that.
The following year. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
His return. True. Everybody thought he was going to be at Mania. They did it the night after. Goldberg. They showed a promo video that he was going to be at Backlash. You know why I'm actually going to
change my mind and back you up? Because if Sting is on Mania, even though I don't think it takes away and I don't think it overshadows anything or anything like that, they will have nothing for that next night.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Save it for the next night.
They would have to do the craziest shit ever for the next night.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I'm saying have Sting appear at the night after. Or I guess if Undertaker comes out to speak and lights go out.
That's too obvious, though. I mean, we've already shared like 6 different angles between the two of us for Sting to debut at Mania or the night after. I'm just going through like stuff.
So I guess that would be what they would announce that they're going to face next year at Mania?
That's what it's going to be. It's not like they're going to wrestle at fucking Backlash.
Why not? Battleground. Come on.
The fall extravaganza. The fall extravaganza.
Let's bring those Battleground ratings up.
I'm really happy about something. WWE is finally coming out with a board game. A Monopoly one.
A Monopoly?
A Monopoly edition of WWE.
Nice.
I'm super excited about that. Scooby-Doo will be on Raw tomorrow, but he will not be animated.
I guess it would be somebody in a Scooby suit. He's going to be
in the costume, like when they did the premiere.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of Triple H holding up a guy in a Scooby suit.
Yep, he'll be
Arnold Schwarzenegger's also going to be there.
I'm excited about that. I hope he gets physical along with the guy from True Blood. I'm a huge fan of his. The rumors for WWE getting purchased have died out.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's happening, but I'm just putting that out there because I know some people were like actually concerned about it and talking.
No, I don't think so.
Hogan may be on the Brooklyn Raw.
Okay.
That's being rumored.
Taker's supposed to be there.
Taker's confirmed, but Hogan's being rumored. Did you read this? That the salaries for the executives got released? Did you read that?
Yeah, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, I'm just going to briefly touch on it. So, this is the base salaries. I'm guessing, well, not guessing. Obviously, this is yearly. Vince McMahon makes $1,184,000 a year. George Barrios makes $700,000. Kevin Dunn makes $700,000.
So I thought Vince was a bill. I don't know how. I thought Vince made a lot more.
Well, that's his total net worth.
Okay.
This is their annual income.
Okay.
The president of WWE Studios makes $600,000. The executive vice president of talent, live events, and creative, Triple H Paul Levesque, makes $550,000 a year. It should be noted that Triple H also has a $1 million per year talent.
Talent.
contract.
Okay, I was gonna say it doesn't count as talent.
And it breaks down his earnings for each year.
Damn. So those matches with Curtis Axel last year.
Yeah, for 2013, Triple H's $1,868,639 came from his role as an authority figure on TV, merchandise, and 5 matches during the year. Two matches with Brock Lesnar and 3 matches with Curtis Axel, 2 of which were in the same night. For 2012, his $2 million, $118,769 in wrestler pay was a combination of his work as an authority figure and 3 matches.
3?
A Madison Square Garden live event match, pay-per-view match with The Undertaker and Lesnar. For 2011, he also made $2 million as a talent. And then also remember, there's the rematch, there's the merchandises rather, and then he has.
And I'm guessing whatever DX stuff.
And Triple H's downside is $1 million. So if he doesn't work, he still makes $1 million. So that's the guaranteed money. That's another reason why it's hard with Ray. And Ray just signed a new contract. Also, that was announced this week that Rey Mysterio signed a brand new contract.
Okay.
Is it time for my new segment? Do we have time for that?
We can do it when we come back.
When we come back, how are we doing on time right now?
I told you this new GarageBand is in beats.
Well, no matter what it is, when we come back, I am going to. I got a segment this week for you.
We started around 3:00, so I don't.
Oh wow!
Well, we took a break. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got a segment for you. I have broken it down to its chronomagnium stasis. I have here the history of crowds hijacking wrestling. I just got some events here where pretty much some way, shape, or form, in a notable sense, the crowd hijacks a show. So when we come back, I'm going to go through this list. Some of these you're aware of, some of them you're not. Chime in, and I've got like 25 things here. So It's going to be fun. When we come back, the history of hijacking wrestling events.
And Mania's 21 through 25.
And Mania's WrestleMania Rewind segment thingy, 21 through 25. From Hollywood to the Diamond Edition. We'll be back.
When a man's heart is full of deceit, it burns up, dies, and a dark shadow falls over his soul. From the ashes of a once great man has risen a curse, a wrong that must be righted. We look to the skies for a vindicator, someone to strike fear into the black hearts of the same men who created him. The battle between good and evil has begun. Against an army of shadows comes a dark warrior, the purveyor of good, with a voice of silence and a mission of justice. This is Stub.
Alright, folks, for everything For Life, check out forlifepodcast.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at forlifepodcast or on Facebook at For Life Podcast. If you want to check us out, pictures, galleries, videos, past episodes, current episodes, news, everything in between, check us out, forlifepodcast.com, because when you're listening to your podcast, you're listening to it
For Life!
Alright, folks, we're back. We have this new segment Cheyenne wants to do. Take it away, hijack it.
Don't make it seem like I'm taking over.
Huh?
Don't make it seem like you're forced into the segment here.
No.
So just, with all the talk of audiences hijacking and this and that, and I just want to talk about some shows where the crowd has pretty much gone apeshit.
Okay.
So the first thing on my list, in no particular order in terms of years and stuff, the last 3 years of Raw after WrestleMania.
Okay.
The crowd has been notorious for hijacking different chants, different...
Well, Let's see. No, 27. Also, what happened at 27? When Rock,
There was some pretty noticeable chants when Rock, that for the show the Rock was on.
the one that were Rock
Yeah,
and
it's
Cena
not as
in
memorable
the
as
challenge.
like the Lesnar night or the night with Ziggler, but there was some pretty noticeable fan feedback after that Mania.
Okay,
My
I mean,
opinion.
I guess it doesn't stand out as much as like the Yes chant or the Brock return or the
No, not
the
absolutely
Ziggler and
not.
the Fandango.
But I do feel like the last 3 years of
Okay.
Raw of
So
after
any
Mania.
examples of?
Oh well, I mean, like you just said, the Yes chants of
I'm
Fandango.
from the 27.
I have no memory, but I do remember from watching then that there was some noticeable crowd differences from that night.
Okay.
You know, my opinion. You know, again, if I can get it on YouTube or on PlayStation, I'll watch
But
it.
it's
again.
not on the network yet. They only have from 12 on.
Yeah. Halloween Havoc 1990 was
Okay.
pretty noticeable, and I'm going to tell you why. The main event for that was Sting and Sid Vicious. At the time, Sid Vicious was in the Horsemen. At the time, he was a heel. And due to a swerve where they had a Sting double, which was Barry Windham in the Sting paint,
Okay.
go over, and Sid became the world champion. When Sid won, the place popped. So I put that on there. Halloween Havoc 1992
Okay.
is in Philadelphia.
Is that the one with the Chamber of Horrors?
No, that's 91 the year before.
Okay.
Let's not talk about that. It's a bad show. Halloween Havoc 92 is in Philadelphia, ECW territory.
Okay.
And it's pretty much the heels are in charge. The opening contest is Shane Douglas, Tom Zank, and somebody else against Arn Anderson, Michael Hayes, and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. And the faces are getting the shit booed out of them, and the heels start playing into it. They booed the crap out of Ron Simmons versus the Barbarian. They were super heavy into the tag match that I've mentioned a couple times on the show, Austin and Steve Williams against Barry Windham and Dustin Rhodes.
Okay.
Pretty much, it was all heels, and they were just going for the pure wrestlers, the athletes, the legends
Yeah.
on that show. I'm going to tell you why Starrcade 93 is on there. It's for the stupidest thing in the world, but I'm going to mention it to you. At the time, that rap song, Whoop, There It Is,
Yeah.
was the biggest thing. And throughout the whole pay-per-view, especially the main event, that is what the crowd is chanting. Just want to put that out there.
So that was the original Fandango. They wanted.
That was-
they
yeah.
wanted men on a mission.
Yeah. Starrcade 88.
Okay.
Flair goes in as a heel. Ron Garvin is the face. 5 minutes into it, Ron Garvin is getting booed out of the Coliseum.
Okay.
I have Bash at the Beach 96. I don't think I have to explain why they hijacked it. They've pretty much made the ring a garbage can.
Yeah.
This was the reason I want to do the segment, this show here. It is a house show that is on the network that I watched.
Okay.
Because I wanted to watch the Savage Steamboat match that was on there. It's from December 7th of 1985 at the Boston Garden.
Okay.
It's very visual. There's pretty much nobody in the arena. And the crowd is booing the crap out of the faces. Pedro Morales takes on Cowboy Bob Orton, and Bob Orton got a pop.
Yeah.
Pedro Morales got booed out of the building.
I'll check it
Steamboat
out.
wasn't over that well. It was just one of those things where crowd just flipped everything around. Rumble 2014.
Oh yeah.
Obvious. I put WrestleMania 17 on there because Rock got booed out of the building. It wasn't just hometown crowd.
Yeah.
It was just the way it was, I feel like. WrestleMania 18, just for Rock and Hogan. I put WrestleMania
Well, that's
20
not really
on there.
hijacking. They were just really hot for that match.
Yeah, but that's not the way it's supposed to go. So I just kind of...
Oh yeah. Oh
if
yeah.
they
They
deviate from
cheered.
WWE's formula, I put it on here.
I mean, I guess SummerSlam 2002 they did the same for Brock.
Exactly. Which I have on the list, but
The one night stands.
I have that on here. I also have WrestleMania 20 for, of course, Lesnar Goldberg.
Yeah.
And I also felt like Christian got a decent pop at the Garden that night. Felt like Evolution got a good pop. And also because, we weren't expecting Benoit to get that ovation when he first came out. I have Survivor Series 1991 on here for 2 reasons. Number one is Ric Flair. When Ric Flair got tagged into the match and when he came out, place fucking popped.
Yeah.
2, when Taker beat Hogan, the place popped.
Yeah.
I think that was at the Richfield Coliseum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have here Survivor Series 96. I don't care what anybody says, and I know he's your favorite wrestler of all time. Shawn Michaels was not over in the Garden.
Oh yeah.
that
They
night.
healed. Yeah. They turned.
Yeah.
They turned.
WrestleMania
assholes.
13.
That's because I wasn't there.
Oh yeah, you the savior.
I would have saved that whole match.
Yeah, it's not a good match. WrestleMania 13, obvious, just Brett and Austin. You have to put it on there. I have WrestleMania 21 on here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like for WrestleMania 21, after rewatching it,
Yeah.
you hear the Cena chants, you hear the boos.
Really?
You hear them. You hear them. I put them in there, you know.
I mean, it's great. At WrestleMania 20, it was strong Let's Go Cena chant.
Yeah, exactly. I got that on there. And I actually put it on there because, again, you may disagree, Shawn Michaels was getting quite a few boos at that Mania. And Angle was supposed to go in there as a heel.
Yeah.
But he was getting over.
I mean, after that sexy Kurt, how can you not cheer him?
How can you not cheer him? WrestleMania 23. Batista.
You wouldn't put 22 on there?
Oh, it is here. I just skipped it.
Yeah, because that's when it
22,
was
22, Cena Triple H.
Yeah,
sorry.
everybody
Cena Triple H. WrestleMania 23 is on here for Cena Michaels.
Was that the first? Was that the year that they were doing the Boo and Yay with Triple H and Cena?
No, 22 is Boo and Yay with Triple H and Cena.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about 23 because I went ahead.
Was that one here? I watched that one here with you, right?
Yes, you did.
Because yeah.
23 was also here.
No,
were you here for
I
that?
saw that at my sister's boyfriend
Oh
at the
no,
time.
23 we were here for that. And
I was here for 22 and 24.
Just those two?
I think so. I was here for the Rumble, the day after Natalie was born. I was here. That was with Mysterio 1. I was here for SummerSlam 2005. I think WrestleMania 21. I saw at Bichon's house. Were you there for that
21 we
one?
saw together at Pichung's house.
Yeah.
From Mania 22 until 29, it's been here.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it. I've had it here. We had a big attendance for
I'm trying to think. 21.
24, 25, and
Where did I
26.
see? No, 21 we saw at Bichon's.
Yeah.
22 was here.
Yep.
23 was at
I had 23 here. I had 24 here.
24 was here. 25 was
25 I had here.
Rubens. 26
I had 26
Gigi.
here.
27
Here.
Ruben.
8 and 9 were here.
28 Frankie's. 29.
For 26, I had like 50 people.
Oh wow.
For 26.
Yeah, we went
Shawn
to
Michaels' last match. We had a big
my
house
friend.
for
It was
that.
Gigi's house, so
We had a big house for that.
me and her were both sad for that one.
Mania 23 because Batista got booed out of the building, and Cena
Yeah.
too. Michaels was just super.
But they
over.
were also both facing faces.
I have Starcade here, but I don't know why I have 97. I don't know why I wrote that.
90, that was when
Sting and Hogan. I don't know why I have that. Rumble 08. I was there live.
Mm-hmm.
Orton was over. Edge was over.
Yeah.
JBL was over, and then of course
Cena was over.
And I have both one night stands.
Yeah.
So just some audience history and just some shows that have kind of not.
I would
gone
say like One Night
the way
Stand
creative.
06 was one of my favorites. When
The second one,
Cena,
Cena
and
wins
RVD.
Riot.
Yeah, or just them throwing the shirt back at him, like that was great. I also noticed when I went back to
Any
watch
shows
it.
that I missed.
When I went back to watch it, the guy that I forgot his name, but he's the one that like pretty much fought for ECW to be back to get on pay-per-view after the whole mass transit incident. Because I met him at the screening for Barbed Wire Cities at the film festival.
Not the dude with the long hair.
No,
right?
it was the black dude.
Yeah, he's in the front row of One Night
Yeah,
Stand. Right?
yeah. He gives Cena the finger and like yells "fuck you" and throws his shirt back at him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yep, him.
I mean, I popped knowing this is this guy. As far as shows taking over,
And then I missed it all.
and wasn't there like those few shows in '95 or '96 where like they were in Philly and the crowds were chanting ECW a lot?
A lot of the in your houses.
Yeah,
like,
those
for
in your
example,
houses like Mind Games.
Even though the Mind Game ones, they did stop them because they had Foley do the anti-Philly promo at the pre-show.
Yeah,
So,
but there was the one that ECW showed up for. Which one was that? I want to go back and watch that one because I don't remember seeing
it was
that
in
one
In
live.
Your House.
Yeah.
I just don't remember.
Where, like,
which one
Taz
is
was-
right now.
it must have
Taz,
been a-
Sandman were in the front. Dreamer was in the front.
Yeah,
All those guys were in the front. All those guys were in the front.
yeah.
So that's just a little thing that I want to do, and I actually just pulled this up. I just wanted to run down. I mean, obviously we'll do it again. Also, real quick, CM Punk has been announced for the next WWE Elite action figure series. I believe Series 29.
Okay,
And by collectors, it is being regarded as the last CM Punk figure
for now.
because he was already announced on that lineup.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be getting it just in case.
Yeah, I might just get that one too.
So, just real quick, this is the weekend. This is the calendar of events for WrestleMania week. Fan Access will be running on April 3rd and 4th, on the 5th, and of course on the 6th in the morning. For Friday's session, even though we laid it out for 45 minutes. Friday session will be Cena and Batista.
I think that might have beat our Slammies on our first episode.
Oh wow, and we had a lot of fun with that. Saturday is Hogan and Taker. Oh, we were nuts. Thursday is who wrote this damn schedule? Thursday is Orton and Bret Hart. They have the days all fucked up. Thursday opening day that I will be at if you want to get my autograph is I'm only $5. Is Orton and Bret Hart.
Damn, you charge more than Apter. Apter doesn't charge anything.
Then I'm $1. Gotta make some money, man. Gotta get new equipment. Friday is Cena and Batista. Saturday is Hogan and Taker, as well as Flair and Sheamus and Big Show. Mm-hmm. And Sunday is Bruno Sammartino, Rey Mysterio, and Shawn Michaels. Trish Stratus, I believe, is added to the Sunday show. If you know how to buy your tickets.
They have some. Wow, they actually have. Because I know when I went to Mania, there was no like Mania competitors there. I'm surprised they have Mysterio there on Sunday, considering he's in the Battle Royal.
I'm not expecting to actually be in that, though. April 3rd is ringside.
He was announced for the Battle. He was on one of the lists I saw.
I'm expecting him to not be in it, though.
Really? And not be on the card?
I don't think he's cleared. I don't think he's fine. I haven't thought he's fine for months.
I thought he's fine for years.
Yeah. April 3rd, since like 2001. April 3rd is an evening with Jim Ross and surprise guest. That's at the House of Blues in New Orleans. Great venue. April 3rd at Jim Ross's show. Oh, he's doing two shows, the early and the late show. Mm-hmm. Also on April 3rd is Jake Roberts' one-man show from 8:30 to 10:30. On April 4th is Jake Roberts and Scott Hall doing the night of stories and stuff like that. They're charging for general admission $125.
Yeah.
And then, of course, WrestleCon. Just announced for WrestleCon, Sting. Mm-hmm. And these names I'm actually reading for the first time right now. DDP, Jake Roberts, Maria Kanellis, Sonny, Bushwhacker Luke, Victoria, a.k.a. Lisa Marie
It's always
Vaughan,
Luke by himself. I don't know
Pat
whatever happened to
Tanaka,
Butch.
And Jazz. I have no idea. Saturday, there's going to be the 10 to 5 as a convention. Mickey James will be having a concert. From 7 to 1 a.m. will be all the different indie shows with PWG, CZW, and Ring of Honor, and more superstars.
Dragon Gate?
Is not listed.
Really?
Just
I know Foley's giving away tickets for Dragon Gate.
Just Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, CZW, Ring of Honor. Dragon Gate's going to be there. They just might not be affiliated with WrestleCon.
Okay.
Sunday is their conventions from 10 to 3, obviously.
Mm-hmm. 2-hour pre-show.
2-hour pre-show. We're going to talk about that after. Friday is because the date they have, this is not the most organized thing. I'm sorry, guys. There's going to be a Mid-South Legends Fan Fest because they're in New Orleans. That'll be on Friday. That'll feature Bill Watts, Dark Journey, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, Jim Cornette, Bobby, and Dennis Condrey. Kamala will be there. That's pretty interesting considering he's in a wheelchair. Mr. Wrestling 2, Superstar Bill Dundee.
Yeah, I know Cornette's always talking about it on his podcast.
Mr. Olympia, Tommy Rogers, Bobby Fulton, Bushwhacker Luke, a.k.a. Sheep Herder Luke. Pork Chop Cash will be there. Ring of Honor show will be Friday at 7:30. And they're going to have a Saturday show at 2 in the afternoon.
Okay,
Shikara
that's usually
is coming to New York, by the way.
TV tape. When?
It's in the summer.
Where?
I'll get it for you in a minute. Evolve and Dragon Gate is on Thursday at 8 is Evolve. Mm-hmm. Dragon Gate is Friday at 8 and Saturday at 8.
Okay.
Shimmer will be on the 5th, Saturday at 3.
Part of WrestleCon?
Yeah. No, doesn't say.
I know that show, the Shimmer show was going on when I was at WrestleCon, so I was able to kind of see what was going on a bit.
Kaiju Big Battle will be at 4 at 11:55 p.m. on Friday.
They were there last year. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what
Wrestling Odyssey, Friday 3 p.m.
Okay.
PWR Dinner and Shenanigans Party and After Party with Kevin Nash and many more. That's on Friday from 6 to 1.
EZW Beatdown Saturday at 1 p.m. in the park.
Saturday 1 p.m. in the park in the New Orleans National Park. Of course, the DDP Yoga.
I was like, how long can he keep a straight face?
The DDP bitch. DDP Yoga Workshop is from 5 to 8. April 4th. Q&A with DDP.
It's impossible to do everything. Because there's like 5 things going on at once.
It's impossible to do everything, but it is possible to do the best things. Like, for example, you can do the Jim Ross show.
Isn't there a show, like, I know there's like a show that conflicts with the Hall of Fame. Is that Dragon Gate? Or?
Yeah, it's the WrestleCon stuff. You can do the Jim Ross... You can do the Jim Ross show in the day, and then catch Jake Roberts'
in the evening
show at night.
Okay.
Then the next day, the 4th, you can do the Hall and Snake one, and then you could do WrestleCon both days. WrestleCon just coincides with Access. That's the problem you got to go through.
Yeah.
Access is from Thursday.
That's what
on.
happened to me. Yeah.
WrestleCon is during 2 of those days.
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
If I do go, I'm just going for Sting.
Mm-hmm.
So. What? How are you here? Like wide open? I don't know. How did you get it?
ForLifePodcast.com at ForLifePodcast. You can also go to Mimo's if you're in New York and you can't enjoy all the luxuries of New Orleans. Just go to Mimo's Tapas Bar on 10th Avenue and 50th Street. They pretty much take up the whole block. They got like 30 TVs. I had a great time there for Battleground. Might not have been the greatest show, but I had a great time with my friends. Had some great chicken wings, beer, drinks. Just go there and have a great time. I'm still considering if I'm going to go, depending on if they can get that special guest or not, but I will try to be there with some of my friends of mine, so if I am there, stop by, say what's up. I'll have my Boshamania shirt, so should be fun, folks. Definitely check it out. You can contact Sir Wilkins, wppvparties@gmail.com. It's guaranteed to be a good time, so if you can't make it out to New Orleans, you're worried about the network feed, you're worried about complications, streaming issues, you don't want to pay the entire price of the pay-per-view by ordering for, $70? So just go to Mimo's Tapas Bar. What else is happening WrestleMania weekend, Cheyenne?
I ran down everything after all these people are breaking into my apartment. I announced everything.
All right.
That was everything.
Awesome.
It just depends on the times. Me personally, I'll be at Access. If you guys want to check me out, yeah, right. I'll be at Access.
Because that big event turnout was huge for us.
I'm going to be at Access. I'm going to try to be at least one day for WrestleCon.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to check me out, you'll catch me. I will wear my For Life shirt for one of the days that I'll be out there. At least for
depending on what I do, I want to wear my Boshamania shirt.
I'm ordering mine this summer so I could be all jacked up. Yeah, we covered pretty much everything. So WrestleMania Rewind.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the music. Let's just go into it.
Let's just go into it. I'll pull it up on Wikipedia.
WrestleMania 21?
21. A very good top
I feel like
WrestleMania.
it's underrated, but I definitely would consider it in my top 5.
Yeah, it's definitely an underrated Mania. It's one of the better cards top to bottom.
I mean,
and I think it's safe to say there's no bathroom break match on there.
Not really. The
Trish Christy Hemme. Yeah.
Sumo.
I enjoy that match. It's a classic.
That was uncomfortable to watch.
People have no taste.
I loved the Mysterio and Guerrero match.
Fantastic.
It was the beginning of a great
Only
feud.
12 minutes.
I mean, it was they're considering the feud that they had, even though the storyline was ridiculous with Dominic.
Did you know that there was a Battle Royal Dark match?
Yes.
Booker T one. Oh yes, you're right. It's on my DVD. Totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yep, and then there's the first inaugural Money in the Bank match, which to me is the best one.
Definitely Edge won that one, and we all know where that one led.
Taker Orton in a great match.
Angle and Shawn.
Angle and Shawn, show stealer. Cena Bradshaw, really good. And of course, Batista and Triple H. Mm-hmm. So a pretty good match considering.
And even like the segment, there was the segment with Muhammad Hassan and Hogan.
That was a fantastically done segment, and I don't think anybody expected Hogan.
People were cheering for him, but I don't think anybody expected it
to come out. Yeah.
The Piper's Pit segment with Austin.
Awesome. When then Carlito came out, he got stunned and stuff. To me, it's on my top 5, but it doesn't get a lot of burn for some reason. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. There's some good WrestleManias that just don't get any recognition, to be honest with you.
Or there's Manias that'll have like one good match.
Right, that stand out, or there's like that series, but not a top to bottom.
Yeah.
And that's one of the last top to bottom Mania, because we haven't had a top to bottom Mania in a while. I'm hoping this one is looking like it will be a top to bottom show.
Yeah, this one's looking good. I'm excited for this one. 22.
I love that WrestleMania.
That was in Chicago.
Chicago, the big time theme, CM Punk's WrestleMania debut.
Yeah.
I love that Mania.
Edge and Foley was great.
Show stealer.
The Money in the Bank, I guess, compared to the year before.
I thought it was a good Money in the Bank. Shelton Benjamin stole it, but it wasn't like the first year.
Yeah.
Kane and Big Show versus Carlito and Masters.
I feel like Kane and Big Show have had like every possible combination at Mania. They've been in triple threat, 8-man's tag team
together against each other. They've done it all. A match that's really underrated is JBL and Benoit. Mm-hmm. JBL and Benoit. Edge and Foley. You remember when we were watching? Oh, you weren't here for the Chicago one.
No, I was here for 22.
Do you remember how we were just burying Booker T and Boogeyman?
Oh,
that match.
I mean, you already know I can't stand a boogeyman. He's
Mickey James and Trish was one of the last good girls matches on that
that
show.
just that whole build up was great. I love Mickey James.
I love her too. You know me, match of the night, Shawn Michaels and Vince.
That was that was a fun
great.
match.
It was great.
Taker and Henry.
I'm really indifferent with the triple threat match.
Which triple threat match?
Rey Mysterio, Orton,
Oh, okay.
Angle.
I mean, I just felt like the only reason they put it on Mysterio was because of the Eddie.
I still think they could have put on Chavo.
I mean, and just the storyline going in was uncomfortable with all the comments about Eddie.
Orton was very over the top at that time.
And I feel like that kind of took away from that feud, and that kind of I feel like that's what I associate with that match and that feud. So it's hard to look back at it and regard it in a
And
good,
in
positive
terms
light.
of Taker Henry, I enjoyed the build up for that match, and it's an okay match, but the build up was great.
And the main event was Cena and Hunter.
Fantastic match, and I know that we were all not expecting for
Cena, Triple H to tap.
Triple H to tap. We weren't sure if he was gonna win, but we all didn't expect him to tap.
Yeah.
I remember that. We very vividly, all of us here.
I mean, he's tapped to Benoit. He's tapped to Cena.
Yeah,
do you see him
I just
tapping
don't
to?
get all that negative shit.
Do you see
on
him
Triple
tapping
H.
to Bryan?
Yeah, that's safe to say. Yeah. WrestleMania 23, the Battle of the Billionaires, another great Mania, as far as I'm concerned.
I enjoyed that Money in the Bank more than 22.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the one that Kennedy won. No.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I was upset. I've mentioned before just the fact that Edge lost at this Mania because he could have gone into his match with Taker undefeated.
Well, remember they did go with that, but he was undefeated in singles competition.
How many?
That's what they did with
His two singles matches
Yeah,
against Booker T, and half of his matches are all multi-man ladder
I
matches.
know.
I'm just saying, like I said, he could have easily feuded with Orton, and he ended up winning that fucking briefcase anyway.
But that's because Kennedy got injured. Remember?
Yeah, but I just
That
felt
was
like
just Plan B.
I mean
Kennedy would have been the man if he.
I mean, I think for years I always like when I noticed that Edge was building a streak, I always said, "Oh, it would be great if he faced Taker, streak versus streak."
Yeah.
Even though his streak wasn't as impressive as Taker's, I think it still would have been pretty cool. Like Edge could have, oh look, I have my own streak. I'm also undefeated at Mania. Nobody gives me the credit I deserve. So I thought that when I saw that he was in the Money in the Bank and he didn't win, that kind of took away. And then
Just
considering
look at this.
the following year they did face each other,
Right. And do you remember like how everybody was upset that we didn't get the Big Show Hogan match, and then we got Khali and Kane, and Kane slammed Khali. Match was only 5 minutes. Benoit MVP in one of their handful of great matches.
yeah,
You know, it was cool for MVP to be in that limelight with a veteran. It was great for Benoit.
or just for him, especially in this day and age when not that many guys do get that chance to have a singles match at Mania.
With a veteran.
Exactly,
with a veteran.
That's his only singles match at Mania.
Taker and Batista was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Totally underrated. And again, you know, the crowd was going for Taker. We wanted Taker to have a belt. It had been a while. Underrated match to me, and I get a lot of shit for saying this, the New Breed versus the Originals. I love that match.
I wish they would have done more with all those guys.
I felt like the match should have gone longer. Of course, Lashley and Umaga. To me, the Steeler is Trump Spear McMahon with his fake 8-year-old mallet punches.
Yeah,
Melina and Ashley was terrible.
I don't even remember that match.
Exactly. Cena Michaels. And you want to know what my favorite part of that match was? Because I was like, I haven't seen that since 1997. When Michaels did the pile driver on the stairs, I fucking popped big time.
Yeah, that was a really
I
good
was
match.
like, that was until the Punk one.
That was
the
Cena's-
last pile driver on TV.
Yeah,
And I said on the show a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I enjoy this Mania. The only downside is Khali Kane.
I mean,
And of course Melina Ashley.
I mean, that's still the highest, the most viewers for Mania.
Yeah, this is the one that broke 1 million.
Yeah.
This is the one that broke 1 million.
Okay, 24. Your
I'm just
favorite.
trying to find the exact. You're being a real dick today.
Okay,
No.
you can rub it in next week when it's 26. So we're pretty even
I'm
there.
the bigger person. Still, I rise.
All right, Cena.
Yeah, 1.25 million buys.
Okay.
The event is the highest WWE pay-per-view buy rate in history.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 20, the 2012 one, 27, almost passed it with the same, but fell short.
27 or 28?
What was 2012? 27.
28.
28. 1.21 buys.
Okay. That was the first Rock Cena.
Worst match ever. 24. Took place at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida.
Well, like I said, the whole Edge. I wish he would have gone in undefeated. That would have added a lot more to the storyline. It would have given that I guess that doubt in your mind that maybe Edge could win and he can take over the streak, and or at least give that, you know. But I feel like he had already lost, so that took away the mystique of Edge.
I always felt like whoever was going to beat Taker would, at that time especially, would have been like an up and coming star, and it would have just propelled them. I knew.
I mean, since then he's been facing, with the exception of Punk, he's faced Michaels and Hunter.
Right.
But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it would have added that little extra to that match.
I know, me personally, one of the biggest things that I was happy about with that match was the fact that it was last. Because I was expecting the triple threat match for the WWE title to be last.
I thought that
and I knew that
Mayweather
match wasn't going to be good.
I guess when I saw like the triple threat go on, I was scared that Mayweather and Big Show was going to go last. Kind of like
No,
Lawrence
I never
and
thought that.
Bam
They
Bam.
went on before Taker and Edge.
Yeah.
But I never thought they were going to close.
What did you think of that match?
What, Mayweather and Show?
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked it for what it was, an attraction. I thought it was really good. I thought it was done very well. I thought Big Show...
And I thought Mayweather was a great character.
Yeah.
He had the charisma.
They built that up very well in a month.
Yeah.
And especially since that we knew Big Show was signed, but we weren't expecting him to come out at Chamber, especially the way he did.
Yeah.
They built it very, very well.
And Big Show had lost a lot of weight. He looked great.
He looked great.
I know. I think me and Frankie got here like after the Belfast Brawl, so we missed that first match.
Yeah, this is one of the better cards compared to what we have recently. Kane won the pre-show battle royal, which we get into later. Bradshaw and Finlay with the Belfast Brawl, pretty decent street fight for
the Money in the Bank was good. That was the first one that Punk won.
The first one that Punk won, a good card. Benjamin had a run for his money because Morrison was in there, and Morrison did that
moonsault with the
ladder, which had never been seen before. Batista and Umaga was not as bad as we were expecting it to be.
But he botched that power bomb.
The power bomb, he botched it. But Umaga was
Umanga. How do William?
Umanga. Umaga
Triple
was
H.
not as proportioned as other heavy guys that he had done it to. Kane Chavo in 11 seconds never fails. Kane Chavo in 11 seconds. Michael's Flair. A lot of people the workers wanted that to go last.
Yeah.
But unless you're Shawn Michaels, you don't retire last. Beth and Melina defeated Maria.
Oh, so that's all we're gonna talk about that match?
Yeah. That's and
I mean, okay, well, besides Flair retiring, that was a really good match.
Oh no, it was
very
amazing.
well done. Yeah.
It was just one of the
sorry.
best stories of wrestling.
I love you. I wrote that to you in an email a few weeks ago.
I saw that. Notice I didn't reply. Randy Orton defeated Cena and Triple H in a Raw match. If you're a fan, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Mayweather show, awesome. And Edge and Taker went 25 minutes. I was just really happy that they closed because I wasn't expecting.
I know Jimmy Corderas considers that
the biggest honor that he was.
Yeah, because that was the only Mania that he main evented
with Edge and Taker. Taker, who respects the hell out of.
Yeah.
Taker's his favorite wrestler, right? Is it Taker?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's good friends with Edge. I read his book. It was pretty good.
And the forward is by Edge.
Yeah, and the cover is him holding up the belt with Edge and Taker.
And Edge. At a house show, right? Not the Mania cover.
It didn't look like Mania.
Yeah, it looked like a alley. WrestleMania 25. I'm just going to say it before anybody else does. WrestleMania 25
had my favorite match of all time.
Is highlighted with
Orton and Triple H.
No. No. The greatest match on that card
the Divas Battle Royal.
The Divas Battle Royal. AKA the Kid Rock concert.
I went back and watched it. It's just, I think I was just watching, looking for Santina.
Yeah.
Just I was like, when do you first see him on screen? And you can see him quickly pass by in the entrance.
Yeah.
Then
you see her come out.
Yeah, and I feel like at one point in the Battle Royal, I was pretty drunk for that Mania, but I just remember at one point I'm like, holy shit, is that fucking Santino in a dress?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty. I mean, it was cool to see a lot of those divas come back, like Sunny, Tori.
But it wasn't what we were expecting, and we were really
And
excited.
I think that's what I think the problem was.
Plus, Trish wasn't in it. Lita wasn't in it.
And another issue I
turned
had
it
with it
down.
was they came out during the Kid Rock concert after he performed like 10 minutes, and they all came to the ring together.
That
So
shit was longer than 10 minutes, Bosh.
it was. But I'm saying the problem was you saw them all do their entrance, but then when they're in the ring, half of them are blonde, so you can't.
Yeah.
You can't tell who half of them are. You can't. Kind of like it's hard to see who's who. Like I'm like, is that Sunny? Is that Tori? Is that this? Like half of them were blonde, the other half were like brunettes, maybe like one or two redheads, and it was tough.
It was
to
really
see.
unorganized.
It was tough to see what was going on. I feel like if they would have taken away from the Kid Rock concert and at least had entrances, and I think that's my fear with this year's Battle Royal is I don't want everybody to come out like that. Like everybody walks out together like the Divas Battle Royal or World War III. You know, like I feel like if they start the show and let with a 2-hour pre-show, why not have all the entrances during the pre-show?
Well, apparently the breakdown for the pre-show is the first hour is to plug the network, and then the
second hour is on the network. So they can have, I guess they can have a little match, and then start doing the entrances with the hour-long pre-show.
Well, I mean,
I
if
don't
the
see the
hour is to plug the network and have backstage
even if every
sessions,
guy gets 30 even if every guy gets 30 seconds, that's fucking 15 minutes right there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
or at least announce.
That means that the match, the pre-show match, would have to open the second hour,
Mm-hmm.
and then the entrances would have to close that half hour.
And then maybe at least like a good like 4 or 5 guys come out during the opening.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I guess that's what I'm worried about. Like at least announce everybody's name as they're coming out. Like I feel like even with a Diva Battle Royal, half the people and half of them were
That
like,
was a big letdown that the names didn't even get announced.
Or
They
at least
just marched out there.
yeah, they came out dancing. Like a few of them got a little shine, but at least they could have. I don't know. It was unorganized. What else? Mania 25.
Money in the Bank, Punk wins again, and that was pretty interesting because Punk was in the doghouse at that time, and the meme was what doghouse with him with the briefcase.
JBL and Mysterio.
JBL and Mysterio in like what was that?
Couple
21
seconds.
Yep, 21
JBL
seconds.
retired.
JBL retired by quitting. Jericho defeated the Legends in a pretty good match. Steamboat stole it. Performance of a lifetime.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke stole it. Iron Man. Matt and Jeff Hardy, underrated match.
Yeah,
the ending was cool with the twist of fate on the chair. Well, through the chair. Taker Michaels won at Mania.
My favorite match of all time.
Cena, Edge, and Show. Cena lifted them both up.
It was just tough to
Crazy.
follow the Shawn and Taker match.
Oh, and Orton and Triple H didn't do that. And Triple H is very vocal about it on his DVD.
Yeah.
You know, and it's true because they had this big match, this big build-up where they had to pretty much kill each other.
And then they put that stipulation.
And
No,
they couldn't do it because
they
of the
added that stipulation where if it was a DQ or like I guess
Yeah.
the
It was,
belt.
and Triple H is very adamant about it. You know, that
I think
alone-
I mean, considering the build up was amazing for that match.
Yeah, it was
With the punting Vince and Shane, and then he DDT'd Stephanie and
the
kissed
DDT and
her,
the kiss. You know, he was really in some forbidden
and then
fruit
the
there.
break in, and I thought it was a great feud. But then when I heard it was no DQ, like
I
that,
was like, how the...
I mean, I like that if I go back, the only thing I remember from that match
Was
was
Triple H botching the punt?
no, that the match began with a pedigree and a RKO.
Yeah, that was in like the first 7 minutes, right?
That was in like the first minute.
And they went like 25.
No, it was. I think the match opened with an RKO and a pedigree, from what I remember.
And I just closed my web browser. The match was like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I know that. But, yeah, the finishers were early. I don't know about the first minute.
It was pretty early in the match.
But the finishers were early, and we thought, like, wow, Taker Michaels sucked everything up.
Yeah.
But they went like 25 minutes. The crowd was also... When you have such a great match like that, sometimes you kind of just forget about the rest of the show.
Yeah.
The crowd was
Because when I go
super
back and I
exhausted
think about
after
it, like,
that. Same thing with Triple H and Jericho fought. The crowd was exhausted after
Yeah.
Rock Hogan. They put everything into Rock Hogan. You know, a lot of
I mean, I
people-
guess Triple H was able to do that at 28 with the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah,
He got his moment.
yeah. Especially since, you know, for...
And I feel like even last year, Punk and Taker, same thing.
Not so much.
I don't think it was to the extent of like a Shawn and Taker or Hogan
But,
and Rock.
yeah, but not as much, yeah. That's the point.
But it was tough for like Hunter and Brock and Rock and Cena to follow that.
And then next week we have 26 through 29.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're going to make some WrestleMania predictions. Hopefully the card is finished by then.
It should be.
You know?
I'm sure they'll announce the 6-man this week, and we'll have some answer to this fucking tag team title. And I'm guessing we'll get a Divas match of some sort.
I'm expecting a Divas match on the card.
Yeah.
I honestly am expecting AJ and Naomi one-on-one.
Really? You don't see all the other Divas?
No, I don't.
A Lumberjill?
I have to say that, and Layla was on main event with Alicia Fox.
Okay.
Took on the Funkadactyls. All four of them were great.
Mm-hmm.
All four of them were great, and the whole eye patch thing, I don't know why WWE isn't, like, raping the hell out of that.
At least marketing it?
Yeah.
Iced out
They should
eye
have
patch?
they should have a freaking eye patch action figure with that chick. It'd be fantastic.
I'm glad to see her back.
They had a great... you should check out the main event show. They had a great
check
tag
it out.
match for girls, you know, considering what we've been watching lately. That's not AJ. They had a great match.
Yeah.
You know, great match. But, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
A week away.
I'm happy that you're making it this year. I mean, I was kind of bummed out that you couldn't make it with us last year.
Yeah, it is what it is.
But I'm glad that you are going to make it. You are going to experience it. You're going to experience the traveling portion that I didn't get to experience because it was pretty local.
It'll be fun.
So at least you're going to experience like that part of it. I might go to San Francisco next year. I'll see what my situation's like.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
that'd be cool. That'd be different, California.
Take a vacation out there. Take April out there.
Take April out there. I'll be in the trunk.
We're gonna smuggle you.
Smuggle me. Hey, April would endorse that, smuggling me, just to go. That's right. I haven't heard a response yet from my challenge.
You haven't?
I haven't. I did hear a where and when. I told them next week, but they didn't write back to me. So one more time, Anthony, Malik, Tone, and my man Matthew, the love of my life. Next week, the Go Home Show, little podcast, little 2K. I'm down if you're down. You know where to find me. That's all I'm saying.
So next week we'll shoot Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause you said so. Cause you got yeah. So that'll be next week. So you guys know where to find me for that. But as always, fantastic show. Went off the crazy train this week, but I thought it was for great shows and everything. And if you need any information on Stub Hub, get me on Instagram. So yeah. So take us home, Bosh.
All right, folks. 4lifepodcast.com. Check us out at 4lifepodcast. Mimo's Tapas Bar. Follow them on Instagram, W Pay-Per-View Parties. Check them out. It's a good opportunity if you're worried about the network and you don't want to spend the ridiculous amount that the pay-per-view providers are charging.
That's a good deal at the bar.
Yeah.
It's a good deal, Tapas.
So definitely check it out.
And
make
the
your
guy was
reservations.
super cool.
Yeah, he's cool. He came up to us, Sir Wilkins. He's a party promoter. I might just check out some of his other parties that he does that's non-wrestling related. So definitely check it out. Until next week, when you're listening to your podcast, you're listening to it
for life.
Okay, folks. Today's closing song is dedicated to my sister Melissa and her new fiance, Joshua.
When you came into my life, you made me realize I was the love